nañ la mo ñi morso la dron dani be duna kacal kono ala baraka bag
Jadol pareta le kokoliliko UDP kolu pareta kokoliliko jadol pareta kokoliliko UDP kolu pareta kokoliliko jadol pareta le kokoliliko senu dabo pareta kokoliliko jadol pareta
ala baraka bake badingolu, ala baraka bake. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining. And like I always emphasize, it's never too late to share this show. But I'm more than I join them for what tron kalani solta yes ya mashallah. I'll continue to Allah sharing but it's going a long way and it's helping a lot. So nka feedback sort of from people eka content back like kibaraka futema. In fact, some of them think that ntalenya message will key ntalenya see, and we cannot share this by ourselves to every individuals. And we demand them also about program on into audios. So mo yal gabe sol jibe kam nya time also dron anima be record no bali kala dula record mi alon ko ise record no yedum audio kono wala yedum formal kono ba mo dan la wala men ba ke kam be tentulam be jayla kam men long anne men long men kam to ko na broda ba sahel samate anin broda giants no be tentulam be jayla waka. So mo sem ma ko no wakaro do, it will really be helpful. Mbadi wal quickly comme na fale nyamin is Friday and untala enjang men tuta jumo salora man siya baki. So mbe roughly 2 hours le kala jang nalno ko topical siatale the burning issue siatale, the current issue siatale bari mbe focus la bake the most important one so le kan then nsa kacha nyim fanundi wokono. But I didn't do the catch up on Konatam being Fejang once again by B 10 to Lambal Jailam Buffalo Barka Bake. And thank you so much, colleagues, comrades, for all the support of Mendika Molla on UDP TV and media from day one up to date. Men come to Kona Nyancho Musol, na Iron Lady Soul, Ikafameneko Aminataba Kani, Membe Germany, Gas chapter, Jabojang, Afanembe Germany Gas chapter. Men kam to ko Fatou Silla Sissenol Germany Gas chapter nol be mol fanan kontra men kam to ko Mati F Sanyang be Sweden Jiki Sane afana be Sweden Aissatou Sonko nyol be Sweden kata Umi Sonko be Angleterre Kumba Diagne Mané nyol be Angleterre Musu Jaite nyol be Argentina ani mol men kam to ko Jenaba Diallo nyol nyin mo mol dimina ko nanyin remember from day one up to now. So mbal tentula mbal jayla wala mbar musikende ba fana mi alam ko kataren jibe kan all the way from the Gambia e ka fa Fatou Sedikan Koma. My regards to you and thank you so much for the support. Our brother Usman Manjang is also watching all the way from New York City. Be kontona Mr. Manjang enila muso men kata Mariama Jabang Manjati Madam Manjang na sister kendo fana bi jami alam ko suta tila kataren fe men kata kadi saneti mba kontona mba tentula mba jayla. Banna Minte is good to see you back. Famandingo keda mfamo de jela damandi bara baraka bake. Brother Musa Sise mbe fana tentula mbe jaila. Brother Seku Sise mba fole inimbara bake. Francis Jiba, thank you. We really appreciate your support fana even if you wato wade. We really appreciate you, brother. Mfala mentor Minte, my number one mentor. Mashallah, ontani mo falina. Mohammed Singate, all the way from Angola. Thank you for your concern. No content UDP Angola chapter Nimbela, Balbe Contoda Bal Tentula Baljaila. Back Sekamba Flefana Paraka Bake, that's another warrior. Bubakar Janko, Ivani Nimbara Bake. Louis Armstrong, thank you for your time. Seni Mane is my Seni. Seni, thank you so much for the love. I really appreciate it. Brother Musa Sambu Baflefana Paraka Bake, Sankun Singate Fana Nimbara Bake. Bubakar Jaite, Bafla Paraka Bake. Our lovely sister, mashallah, all the way in Norway. Menkada Senabu Ninjai Timbafa, thank you for your support, sister. That reminds me about Binta Damfa Sima, also in Norway. Mbebe Kontona, Mbe Tentula, Mbe Jaida. Lamin Ture Fanang, happy Friday to you. Abarakabake. Jenaba Dabo, thanks and thank you. Oh, it seems like you love this song. Modu Sise Fanayin Barabake, Nakeba Mbemba Jada Mambafle, thank you for your time. Mohammed Sane. Sarata Suwane, thank you, my sister. We love you. Sarata Suwane. Maja Sanyang Inimbara Bake, Maja Sanyang Inimbara Bake, Kianko, Badibungol Dimo, Bafle Inimbar. Aliu Conte Bafle Baraka Bake, Lamin Keda, it's also been a while, Lamin Keda, from your end, but thank you for the support. Ibrahim Sane, and thank you to Kande Drame, watching all the way from France. And that reminds me about Musa Toure also in Paris, France. Binta Danso also in Paris, France. And in Binta Sise Cham also in France. Benyin be kontonani Ibrahim Sane Nyanjo. mbafla ñi be ko ya baraka bake. Max Jame, thank you for your time. Sister Fanta Sidibe, thank you for your time. Brother Jabi Gasama, mbafla ini mbara bake abaraka. Mbe mo le fanan kontu jamen kam ta ko Bok Dabo. Once again, my wonderful sister Fatu said you can come and be in Barabake and in brother Ibrahim Asani. Kadi Sisemba for in Barabake, Lamin Damfa and Biafran Tentul and Biajala. And the new can call on by force. The more country men come to call brother Madu Sise. Mena Gunjurun call contona Aisa to Dabo and in Abubakar Keda. Faraba Sise. Mbafle fane nimbara bake men benjibe kan YouTube and mantral ke kala baraka bake men benjibe kan desktop ala baraka bake na iron lady Fatu Sila Sise sibo janke all the way from the Gambia ndoma Sheikh Omar Baro Fatu Bayo, thank you for your time. Aida Ture nimbara nyima mane keta bala keta la kanja mbafana tentula mbajela ani men kam ko Tijan Damfa ani men kam ko boda Esa Damfa ani Louis Armstrong jalan kindiro ala baraka bake mbadi wala ala baraka bake namen tofo mbalbe kontrol ala baraka. Assalamu alaikum mbadi Gambian kolu mbadi jiber lalu ani atel mbadi lamo lalu ani men yalon ko atel min ani kacha fana jibe la later on mbafala ko welcome once again to the UDP TV and media. Bi Arjumalumba July 10th 2020 o kamala mba fulale ko juma mubarak alman na jumol siala alman na salol mutalanye alma natol timmandila alen sawol kenya kila hormot o kola fana mba fulale ko ala barka bake for the support mfitita na wata jangal do mfi it doesn't matter time jumale mfitita na it doesn't matter jumale mfitita na so mba tentula wala mba jela ala barka bake mbel denta ndo ko wala is a teamwork mbukake moyin ka kem fonda male momo nyi sort at the back of your mind you are good to go, and I believe and hope that Gambia will be a better country for the Gambians. But we have to have this at the back of our mind that benyin ke kam fangole mbake kam fangole momo menke baki ke fangole le way def bopam, and at the end of the day jimale important and jam ndingol mama dingol the younger generation. So let's all go through obstacles so that we will be able to achieve our dreams. Sino balial alna nendrol taje alna toki al taje, but at the end of the day na make sure that bronco nan lo to nyaka nibe mem fal ye fa to nyaka nibe mem konna ye kon to nyaka nibe mem kanula ye kan to nyaka. We live in a very funny society as far as our country is concerned, the Gambia. Very funny society. Yes, fankum yani mbadi ya anin kafunyo ya fasa wale Gambia tardendi wale Africa tardendi and wale mofindu tardendi. It is wrong when someone is involved in it, but it is right when your family member is in it, even though it's wrong. This is Gambia, this is how it happens in Africa, and this is when it comes to mofindu. It's rather unfortunate, but we cannot eat our cake and have it again, and we can never have it both ways. We will only be able to have it one way. Yetonya fasa, regardless of who is involved, you go for the truth regardless of who is involved, then ala yede maka. But abekala tonya leti ni modo le bije, but atakala tonya ni badu le bije. Ala te de mala waka. Ntelebe nyone la in this world, bante ala ona karala no konka tula fala nyamendro. No one is perfect. I myself am not perfect. I have my shortcomings. Yes, but at the end of the day, let's try to be on the right side 90% of the time. Mbadi ngolu mbekachala jang about the charges against Madi Jobate is dropped or has been dropped. Dalilo mba ko mba fulalele. Yes, the charges on in drop le. Isa wotije e man choice no. But ya drop dalilo la kam. Medino ka chakra jale. Stay tuned. Aliaje kaytol balele ko bi the managing director of NAWEC, Alpha Robertson, has been fired and replaced by Nani Juara. Is it too late according to information, voting will follow. Najiba voting bela bana nyame. Bare mbe kaja nyim faram fulale jene. Jimale be nyim biro ko kuriya be ba ko ani waya nata. Nimboro ko na mbe kaja la about the politics of lies and fabrication. Me alon ko NPP. Manka Mankunda People's Party. And in the Puntum Patam Party Mall. Ebe men keka. Especially in wato kono audio be findika on WhatsApp group kono. Itala pro UDP ledi. Itala ama itala foto fama fena dunia wala itala man fama fen timmandino UDP lem. When alala fama be boke kan, alala be wanyar kan, alala be la kuryal findika suta tili. But at the end of the day tell UDP lem la pro modi. So mbadi ngambi ankolu mbakachala ni topic ko la jam. And you line will be yellow immediately. Put momo left to join a kayela idea for them fonye. Wala where you think I'm wrong or namen for ya mira common sense make immediate na yafuja. Allah baraka back for the support. Like I always say, it is never too late to share the show. So momo join them page and draw. Sister Ole Halima Mbeda ni so nyisia. Mohammed Sane and brother Kausi Dibasi and Keba Hussein Umas. Sezo Drame. Saratani Mai mbal dani alkacha nyisia Mai Ture. Arama takuya defana join them page and jambare musuba menka njibena all the way from the Gambia Zenab Gani, and that reminds me also about Madina Njai all the way from the Gambia. Kadiyai Maimuna Njai is also here with us. Ani monument come to ko nakeba balaketa nima mani keta la kanjam mbeten tulambe jala. My timekeeper is here Lamzer Fofana inimbara baka ani nakeba wala na brother Sheku Danso ntoma sana sise bijang sana yafanyol sana tarawale in Ukraine benyi be kontona Fatu Ture Cham be fanan kontona ani brother Sambu Drame ala barka baka nakeba fanan bijana bless kampo wale mba fale inimbara baka mbadi ngolu Atel Badin Gambian Call, Badin UDP Call, and sympathizers of the United Democratic Party. Follow Mbalbe, remind Walakal, inform Ninako. Registration to become a member or registration for a membership card of the UDP is open. Sabe Yelling Karobela, both in the Gambia and in the diaspora. Même que as long as you UDP dingolati, it's a register only once, and it's a membership card killing the malafan sodono. It doesn't matter you register that. Nibe sitting America jane you register a membership card on your sodo. That's more than enough. It is no Gambia register ye. Nibe Gambia for a membership card killing the sodo. That's more than enough. It is no America, wala France, wala Angleterre. Wala Germany, ya do soro noje. The moment you register anywhere, yela number soro, it is already in the database of the United Democratic Party. Lafta call Senyandi Molbe Majam. It doesn't matter where you live in this planet Earth, as long as you registered with the United Democratic Party, yellow membership card nete munkuru wanjing soro, you are already in the database of the United Democratic Party. Ebe do that day balo na itelam juma de ane be mintolo unless and until address on ya falling and nila address of them falling that doesn't matter unless and until the phone have to come update again. So the registration is going on currently. Momo left to register and the diaspora, you don't need to travel to the Gambia. I receive a lot of calls and inquiries from people many alongo. Even diaspora by the jackal they need to go to the Gambia for them to be able to get this membership card. Wala nibe diaspora iba sodla no nyari. Dole be jibe bankol kam bankol meni alonko ema UDP chapter so yamere ta sodla no because chapter tete la banko ko ani. Make important jaja wolem drong. Go to udpthegambia.com. www.udpthegambia.com. Ni tata je right there be page on ninja. Ni page on ninja, the menu column. Ni click on that, you will see a place that says register or registration. Click on register or registration. Abe sambala to the normal process on ninja. Dami alam ko ibe tool kala je la kontongol, ila address ila zip code, country of residence, and ila constituency in the Gambia. ibada Gambia tundo mendo wala nin katte fabe kala Gambia enta fela dame duladol be je ni banko dol be je ni tata registration no nyindo akenyi nin ke to la separately ele address separately ele zip code separately but duladol be je akenyi nin ke to la le ye to kada be bel address be sefla wata for example nin to ko sanajaju I have to write 100 Street Southeast apartment so my zip code Everett Washington State. So abeka wala nyam. The moment you man register a for operator, at the end of the registration, it will ask you to upload your picture. Near the picture upload for now, you're gonna be required to pay a fee of $20 if you are in the United States, £20 if you are in the United Kingdom, and 20 euros if you are in any country in Europe. So it's $20 for those in the United States, £20 for those in the United Kingdom, and in 20 euros for those in any European country. So the moment you registration on your bank, like for example in the United States here, the coordinators in the United States will see that I've done the registration and I'm done. They will prepare the card and they will mail it to my address. Nibe UK niyake, the coordinators for UK will prepare the card and send it to your address. Nibe Sweden, Norway, Nordic chapter ni, the coordinator will see it and they will prepare it and mail it to you. If you are in gas, Germany, in gas bankol kan Germany level, Austria, Switzerland, and in Holland, and in Belgium, the coordinator will prepare it. If you are in countries like Spain, Italy, many other chapters, the coordinator for those particular countries will also prepare it and mail it to you. So it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. But again, Momo Yalam understanding so that you're confused and also that do not hesitate to call us at any time on our messengers, on our WhatsApp, and call, then we will explain everything to you in details. So this is what we have about the registration for the membership card. Menalanko UDP will provide card dingoli. So mbading UDP nkolu aman siyasa kadro be diaspora. I'll now register on time. I'll now register awatola, and then we could become fully registered members of the party. Comme like dolia fo nyame mbe sila wulle fisadi si wato tambitale mbe dele diamo le fisadi de wato wo tambitale. Gambia right now nam fanje situation men kono is unfortunate momadua, but it's a do or die situation because ya jama official tala numbadi Gambia kono way kude tala ko numbilim kul be during kul maneta mol nata ya sembenti adama ni ya support adina ta mol mone ay mol tilmbaya atani mol la ko atale coup d'état ka ando ala life risk wota be kol fanam be kala pour ka fan defense ani pour ka fan protect wonata yela makamol bantura ay gambenol ke faloti ay gambenol ke beŋoti ay gambenol lipa data nyame ka gambenol suronga data nyame ni be diama ni be ko folela ni be dale ki mi la ko yuwere you'll be the next victim the following morning ni ngambe be dara turu wala ni ngambe be dara turu wala membe kata kono nalo na flol ben kasara la taymol men tinyata niol men bodeje nana mo tombo mi alon ko be ko ala tala kola be jikiri ngatella ateyna ta fanan ko akatande mo ko atele ya famo nyindi ya fay atele sombo mo nyinti atele barako ya siyama atele kende ya siyama atele jambar ya siyama oda ta fanan by force men dia da sa bole kala anu aba fang impose lan kana by force anu abe marala la by force no possible that this time right when fana be son nani nalako ale ndankale wala we been caused by the Almighty God but out to the gameno la bulusila nse dia mo dam malekeno kanyo sensitize men be la nafulo bonde wol be la nafulo bonde kanne men be dia mo la dia mo ke kanne men be kelo ke kan dumani on strategy si ba ke kan so momo you have a role to play for a muslim fa ke fa dinin fa ke bale ya mo clean welta tar la nyum akko kono mo clean welta tar la akko kono mo clean wol ba mutara ko nyime be keri wenta kontidelal wala jumati jamfantumo wala jumati nafiko hasido fan kunklin na fa mol wol donne be tara nyum ko kon and wolle ba mi tara ko Barrow should stay and Barrow is here to stay. But we want a responsible citizen. Anyone who cares about the Gambia and the Gambians will never go for Barrow, but you will make sure that Barrow have to go and Barrow must go before the end of this year. In the 2021 election, on the book of Kofo, Barrow should not be in the ballot box in the first place. We should not be contesting with Barrow. Barrow should not even be allowed to tour the country to have a political campaign. Barrow have to go. It is now or never. No one can in Gambia call. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I'm never diaspora la way. Never diaspora and Biano Conga call you receive. Leptan Kaitol, Karambun Kaitol, Wasiol. Go for me in Silaukai, work na record all breakwater. Nyaje Gambino Jarata Nyama, go for me lekera. Nyaje Lam you toy bet a push kendo so the Gambia, go for me lekera. Nyaje Gambino Jato Kinder Damani, Neo Sore Dame, go for me lekera. And they'll go for me at the end of the day, they have to travel out of the country. Wala sa mbadi ngambe ngol ngatulal nyin kala nyin question la alna political bonding into yes mo UDP ngolet a very proud one and I will die UDP mbey siri UDP platform wal kan tonyale but mbal nyin kala ku kilin alna UDP ko bonding into ndemen kafo al kana ajbe ko UDP ngol kafo bal fonga man fa wuli ala ma fa wuli ala fa assessment fa assessment ala fa nyin kam mbadi ngambe ngol atame be on the ground there jumala ka tama ikata wandi bankol ka ikoy kate jarale atame be Gambia falka Senegal jele kana Gambia pour kane jaraba nko Guinea Bissau ngol kana Gambia le pour kane jaraba anu ndara ko Guinea Bissau Gambia fa fisata Guinea Bissau Guinea ngol Mali ngol Mauritanie ngol Sierra Leone Ghana Liberia alta jumale je ka foko nata Gambia le pour kana njara because ndalla banko kan leptan kendo teje it is only Gambians that travel to Senegal and other countries for treatment. It is only Gambians that will create GoFundMe, asking for thousands of dollars because they have to go for overseas treatment because Sasam and Bela at a Jaral no Gambia. Nyama be Jaral Jaleptano lebeji. Nyama be Jaral no Jamashimo na Boro lebeji. Unko Nyama Kuran be Jaral no Bankoka, Doctor Lefabeji. Currently, the response team of COVID-19 are threatening to go on strike unless their demands are met. This is the second time. But Gambino tell la for nakeda. And now by the Bafla Diamu came some. The last time, Afadalanu, that was when it was hit during that coronavirus pandemic. A negotiation behind the scene. Ye Dani, you can Masakunda talk with Alebeja. Dr. Oliaku Nimbula Tata. Italian people don't know. Co doctoral pattern strike. Right now, the response team, many alango, they are at high risk. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Eco, they will go on strike until their demands are met. Gimalemu level 1 team, many are at high risk, many are there at the point of entry, our border point sol, men ka mol scream, men ka mol taike, samba quarantine, and men ka try quarantine also. Iko one payment you also one time payment you know will deal. Bili coronavirus pandemic on yin kumase da dunia kono. For Gambia kumase kawuli akwala. One time payment you know will deal. All the other necessities and unnecessary things will make a base on. It's donations coming from WHO, UNESCO, FAO, any other non-profit organization of Gambia. Ibe mako kalilai ale. But masakunda waya ko dilale. And after all the monies that have been pumped into the country for the fight against COVID-19. Mbadi Gambia gol nanyum ko dol kibaro fana moy tenne. Na kacha na fusi fasa. And we letting it go. Mbodo ko denga na moy jam $5.8 billion spent in 4 months by the government of the day Malong Adunta Dame. we cannot see the impact I make on the lives of the Gambians, both socially and economically. No be jele mbadi Gambian ko o fana nabola la tata and yebalo believe in the sign ko. Yes, democracy le be keri. Yes, democracy ne wala kere ko one Gambia, one nation, one people, but Gambia no democracy lo. And the jimale be baro ko nyin kuola na trusted one all fangla badi ngol na uncle dole mun na political leader soleti dole be wol ko left la president woleti. But just because of they hate the majority, they hate the leader of the majority. Ikosa jate la fam Gambia muru back to dictatorship, Gambia muru back to the war, liparo, disappearance. Then they have the majority ruling. Wala mintiye jawaya foye fan jawaya. The hatred too was the United Democratic Party. And the leadership of the United Democratic Party is real. Believe it or not. But with all that anikabi, iko nike jawaya, men ke jawaya, ede ka yamfe, wala men ke jawaya, yitike nyakasira, wala men ke jawaya buke bule fe. Ida katara win kan na drong. Ida katara win kan ne, ida katara yuruwa kan ne, ida katara taka nyato la. Anu United Democratic Party leader sol. Wale be kering UDP anu nyanta nyo krandila wala kam. Yes to nyalam de jutuni ya mota sonnala de. Anu mama nyana sonnala. Because jutuni ya ke nasin dile fam ni sondala. Ake tar dendile ni sondala. Yes, we must watch our back. We have to know the enemy behind. We have to know the enemy. What time are they coming? But again, it's a two-way thing. Let's focus on the bigger picture, the bigger cake. Many they are clean. Many they are not been convicted by any court of law. Many they don't have blood on their hands. Many alonko iyanta kijilele iman kijini wala iyan ibe kidioto. Apart from that alna mbulo yele molye ano until UDP ko damaya to nyoye, because that's the key point here. Abi possible la nyinake, but it is impossible ndele mambulo yele nyoye nkonta atula nyoye nkon kamata ko competition be ndamal tema be nyogare walela abe kole al namulo yele doli no wala min mina abe kole al pour wol nati comfortable ya maroda malam de amen ka personal attack anen ka modol je ka bukala fini sifa lefa nimma for life malam ba fala min dol nimma ya marol fo platform ka malam ba fala min dol kante mo be kilin kola non kan ka nyo ya mar ndemo be kilin kola non kan ka nyo sensitize and then UDP Nkodol they are so sensitive, very sensitive and naive whenever you try to preach your fellow UDP and even the backlink faculty and even the quickly pull nothing nyoy and haklo to nyoto na somebody nyoy, they want you to talk about something else. But again, everybody have right to your opinion. But almost if I'll interkanya kasha wala them because Italian I can mention something anime kaka behind the scene is two different. And Nkolo kaka behind the scene 5 feet deep and apply solve. And we put a stop to it once and for all. If not, Koro will be able to ban. Badi ya kata beda dale, duma kata beda dale. But Koro will be duma kata buka solve, badi ya kata buka solve. And Allah kedu badi ya kata will be na fika yada malaka kaje. Pick and choose like a kaje. So once again, badi UDP Nkolo. Fonna ka kilinte drum na nyomuta kambeng na mal tema. Moyo menke kayake, moyo menno yake. Do etra bulbala, do etra marala, do etra tema. Let's move forward and not having black and Minto State House in 2021, inshallah. And who as our leader? Lawyer Usenu Dabo. Period. O kolamobe kudoto ike fana nene. And animiso otebana for the money befall. Etc. Santo be more welcome la UDP. Ibe act like you are open. Ibe act like you are sent when behind the scene. Promotion be carried tell ba ko. Let's keep on fooling itself or each other, but we cannot fool Allah. That's impossible. Somebody in Gambian Koro. NPP la politic of lies and in fabrication. na fale wala the order of the day right now in the Gambia. And as far as our political system or situation is concerned, ñina be kele la do ko ti sign and ñina be kele la political ti sign mbal sobini la wala kotenge mbal yamar la wala kotenge and mba flale one more time and ne ala sonda UDP media platform would be me ñinkala kacalde le wato wato ala de maro kan we are steps ahead of them. And if it is an what the fame for them, we will come here and debunk them. We will come here and condemn their lies. And we will condemn their lies with proofs and facts. Mamodo na bantel sifal mpaleta. I will come live 3 a.m. in the morning Najatala. I will come live 5 a.m. morning Najatala. And I will come live at any time Najatala. So the politics of lies and fabrication is now the order of the day. What I tell body UDP call. Gambia din kendol, responsible citizens, alal hakilo tuato. Let's not jump into conclusion of anything coming way social media and WhatsApp group holder. Momo ke fansung investigator de ka fa lejana. Momo ke fansung police holder. Momo ke fansung immigration officer. Momo ke fansung journalist holder. Ale cool ka bondi nyoto. Then we can jump into conclusion. Let's not hurt each other. Come menketa talib ben sudala kola ni wado kono. He was very hot. But he, as a leader, he have to let it go, and he have done that, and he's focusing on a bigger picture. UDP ko dolia attack unnecessarily. UDP ko kidita kam unnecessarily. UDP ko dolia kumo dol fama imagine men fala just based on mo clean diamuta wala le kuma clean mo dro mo be jump to a conclusion. Yes, we understand that ko UDP ko mun to nya mo leti I parta justice le parta tilimula wala sabu I jumped up to a conclusion bile kuma we me nyokuya but mbo trala le na avoy anasa avoy no ntaka fale even te be siri nyambi be dia mola ma fa ko ka fam fu jale lala nti yalla no kon kam fale akoy tam male men so ta mbolo foka neme moy mbolo foka ya sata nya mbolo foka but ma fa moy lala ngam fale do wala mo al dotol connect Aleta Allah on investigation. Okay. At the end of the day, I have no doubt that I'll be vindicated. And Al-Kibar Bul Beko Nyama. Al-Kibar Bul Beko Nyama. Nimbe okay to mote mistake la. So don't tell UDP in the matter. Altana surprise. Even news fintin dala ko. Lawyer Dabo be Karle Fasaka. Well, Lawyer Dabo wanna choose someone to be the next leader. Ni election me na shoot yala. Iba fara ko UDP so alafta ka fansum parti lolo. Wala deputy kari akana barole ya wala chairman kari wala constituency chairman kari wala regional chairman kari wala ward chairman kari has joined the NPP. Albini be moy dal sila. But let's be very careful about news, especially on social media. Mbadi Gambian call NPP puntum pantam party ebe mene foka mole ni sato Gambia ni wado kono sila iko fo nyinkol Gambia dingol le multi kontel bebe nyame iko APRC nkol Gambia dingol le multi kontel bebe nyame iko wala bon nam fo nyi pour kana ID card woni ni sa immigration officials men be ID card didlar oli wolta ye reject ye bali etre kamina fo mole ko Yewol bali because he call mu jola let. Yewol bali because he call APRC supporter limit. So APRC nko le kachaka. Badi ngambe nko mamra nyim kuma fon talenta ka jamfa je baki. Nimbe la mani haklo dana dotol connect. Mamra fa nyanta kana time fa wes. Ka kacha nyim ko do baki. Based on tele men fa ani men be foka audio to. Bala kada do Gambia modol be ja ani arjana bundari yele ko arjana fele fo yeb sababay fos yedum mbadi Gambia gol fo ben be do ko wa immigration bundata wala men be ID card di kam molla folo fo UDP ngol la molti ba folo ko entele mo UDP ngol la diba fa be safar wol fongol to ko UDP ngol la mo nit fula jam mina sabu fo nyinko Binaka ID card ni and identification of bondi mi alon ko a qualify le apply ID card so ni be balana ika fay ko jawrala ID card lafta wala minen jawrala ID card fulanjam why the procedure at West Coast region have to be different from the procedure maybe be Kekam Bakau, maybe Kekam Banyun, and in other parts of the country. Mbadi Ngambian Kol, Sabanjam. Why UDP have to be blamed for it? What does that has to do with UDP? Or the leadership of UDP? Namra kudo lebi yenta diamu le mena kuola. Muni muno lembe kumakang IEC. Baroning IEC members of the security meeting ol mensora. Elafta ka IEC official dol influence. Pulta pale ya tama. Namra wo chocho nyanta kala kumala woldo. Namra Gambia be nyanta focus la wolka. Baro lafta kan draft constitution ta ka diata e nyame. Ya batam be ñol bay wo dalilol laka. Namra chocho nyanta kala wo ko loto. Bala ani. For call APRs call or whatever they want to call them, ni will not ID card ninola. What does that has to do with UDP? Ni will bali ko even qualify pour ID card so. What does that have to do with UDP? And mbel noko procedure be men ka follow, protocol so be men ka follow. Kaito le nyande landi le member sabla, you are qualified to have Gambia's national identification card. Bulu ko ni wala kata. It's biometric. And the next voters card for the biometric. But this is the politics now. NPP mentioned, and Mbadi Gambian call equal political party agenda sort. Political party program sort. While a political party is a one-man show. Parties like Doi. It's like a muneke. It's politics of counter-attacks, politics of defense, and politics of lies and fabrications of fake news. It can do so. But yalonko African society, more particularly the Gambia, nka fake news la moy bake, nka lafit la moy la wala bake than positive news and positive feedbacks. Yalonko yaje men political system also to Gambia, I will slow do Gambia all today, and inside, men be baro koma, 90% of them more later. Hey. Namana mandin ko le nyina foy ko jamfa la yaje daw ya katara jamfa kolon sinna o jamfa kolon ma kasi afon kana jolonje anu ala de maro kana kolon mandin ka ba ka fangol ka sutura ndama la fo gabeno la be dotol kon kanyana mala fi keso bindi ba ke fana and I'm not gonna go into detail too much about it but fo gabeno la be cross lo ke kanako UDP la o mol mi jamfa ke many fankumandi 1996 so-called hero la. Many deputy yani UDP to the UDP jamfa. Many barota ya sembenti ya. Ikana UDP na lawyer Usenu Dabo jamfa. Na UDP la leadership o jamfa. Ikana na coalition 2016 no na jamfa. Ikana na struggle no jamfa. Ali no ko what I'm right now. The entire program, the entire system has been hijacked from them. But I lead a malbula gentella hajo to you. UDP call. Let's go back to our corner. Let's have our popcorns and enjoy the show. Alkani sobedi. Because in church of Fankadekal, they are correct. Ikamurinyo kana correct. The entire government, the entire system, and the political system of NPP has been hijacked by the APRC and the Banjul cartels group on Nimol. And Numbaro Fana Nada Mineke. APRC ko bol fero le je kansay ay APRC le tay katambi UDP di ay APRC le janjang katambi UDP le ay APRC ko damal fam fay ñoka katambi UDP la o fana dama be keri say and we have 3 rival camps in State House. Dr. Aissatou Touré, the vice president, Ami Bojan Cissé, the director of press, and Farimata Cissé, the ambassador at large, will be fired. Alaji Cissé, the chief protocol officer, and in Usman Sow, and in the state guard commander Turo Jawne, will be fired. So at the Barola so-called political advisor men come to Kolamin Chamnol, Dusano, Shaka Jadano, Alkali Condonol, will find be fired. So everybody want to be closer to the president and mobile after the president Mayoko, Intellibe Tonyaka, and Intellibe Mosamba Kena. Say the president Baro Badani Munela. This is why President Borobe no Konobe Sunyanale. aba singola la kodo be kanne abe kodo be tapole ala abe kodo dani la gambeno tola pour MPP because MPP need billions of dollars to survive mafale millions of dollars billions of dollars because you know why la min cham ka file ko ngata meeting car la at organize cham nisula da ñinela nata fake video sambayna wala fake data sambayna akaya ko ñi mo car boda UDP le cross capital NPP alkali konte bole keka maymuna sise dabo bole keka dusana bole keka Kisima Jawara in URL bole keka and then you have Sir Omar Faye James Gomez the former Banjul mayor ñi and Usman Sow and what's his name again the defense minister Sir Omar Faye ibe ñino ko organize campagne ñu fana ñene be keri. So they will all go to him telling him that they need certain amount of money to organize something. Budu jimale be duma ñi yaay compinol ibebe bunjangalo lañu wado lokon Maymuna Balde Ramu Sabali Maymuna Sise Dabo ñol wolbe da mente be ñoo sabol la nta kumo do sa tala no tem nima audio so dal ya moy famal dala wala sa sometimes kare koten bokale fa ko sata but conversation do beje Maymuna Balde ni musul ni ba foka and I believe in that particular lady naman sota ton ko la afoni he alma baro de mala so Maymuna Balde na len diamu ba ka tandi baro la ko abe NPP la ana baro jappale la ana ba make sure ko baro election win ni Maymuna Balde kilo fan ka dayele ka tandi mol la ko politiko mun dunia ko leti na do mo jaaja me jamanu anu ni masa kunda fanante ba do mala opposition de do nola aka ako opposition ya mun nafala bala mun profit la bala mun nyaato tala bala ako fala dimbal baluni fate baluni maga and this is the only way they can work. This is the only way they can survive. Ita chamba do kuno ita kukelo no ita taro tala no konenge Maymuna Balde betar la nyina fata na be fala basan president nada ita man gambeno la nyaato taji e man jiko da fa gambeno le men sotola e man pare ka bada foarole ni mo sifal they will penetrate you and they will get you because momo ale so kula Maymuna ñol ale etel so ñinela Maymuna Balde Maymuna Sise Dabo ñol mama kadi Dabo of Gunju ele baluwo betende so Maymuna Balde na fo ñu musul ni wele nga ko yahaketu nak next time ñi sifal ali record mo le ne soto for record purposes because inta ba fala mo le Maymuna ni mo be dia mo la ko tek bar fa gambelo be la and na de Maymuna na lo a di bonga kama fo jima ba soso banyina audio soto mel ka fa ba foka ne pre dunia be moy mi ya ta bala no wala but mushindo man fanya fanya la ta na ka abi tonya la foka ana man ka Maymuna Balde a fa d'accord ani dal fon ketam fan sun ke balde na koro suloke ela dunia balo wolti that's their lifestyle ngo bilia jame boyta in 2016 Ramu Sabali man cross carpet kana UDP ban ka fanka yeloti ba during the local government election during the National Assembly election a campaign ka UDP a puntum pandanda with UDP bala sondo mo ko na man ka UDP ta tanola bala be sel ni ñuko she will be arrested or she will be prosecuted bala diamo asondo mo ko na ma findindi ba ako UDP dal moy lolu ñun dal mom APRC la te ñun APRC rek lañ mëna nek o audio bi la fin da mëna kat malo ya fa amon kulam ay mëne ke amuta ba ka bodo ndame wala APRC na be minto baroka because the government of the day is APRC. The executive power of the day is the Banjul Mafia group. At the other NPP Nkolia Prate, APRC is the government of the day and the APRC is in charge and they have control over President Barrow. But like I always said, nta bukale fam ko breaking news ti. Ida mala promo. Ida mala misunderstanding. The various camps yemen sort the infighting. Mbakale fukaka breaking news ni saka kaka topic ko. because he fell in the case of Benile. Thank you, Mariama Dabo, because I always miss this. Bajo Dabo. Thank you. It's Mama Kadi Bajo. Thank you. Nkatula ni miss la kabon kono le Dabo la fa Bajo le. Mbadi Gambia nkolo. Membe keri inside wala mnyintimba audio play la jam. But then bita auto follow na follow Madi Jobate la case to. The Inspector General of the Police Mamul Job a press release kele a statement okay I suffer okay kaki to the Human Rights Commission and in various organizations and in Madi Jobate la legal team oni Katandi la the charges against Madi Jobate has been dropped based on consultation and in the concern of certain individuals many ago they wish Gambia and the Gambians the best. Badi Gambian call nim police on tara foye the ghost and the audacity so that kamota ka charge ka detain yante fam proof lale why that person has been charged or detained. But tagla from being lonko ndala Gambia be arrest and charges bukake based on rules but based on orders from the top, based on orders from the president himself, based on orders from people close to the president. Ndala Gambia police arrest kaka walti be, police charges kaka walti be, prosecution kaka walti be, and detention kaka walti be. They will arrest you, they will charge you, they will call you to the police station, they will detain you based on orders from the top. Niko the top wala the president himself. Wala anyone close to the president. And that's the only reason ya Madi Jobate ya arrest. But if you Madi Jobate arrest, ya charge, ya bail abetani nala, okono kudo na rafindije, Gambia ya kumase ko chocho, and the other ko mani arrest la, they have no other choice but to release or drop the charges against Madi Jobate. Wolemu wo yuara ko audio mbondi kunu ko. Wo yuara ko mem diamuta, a diamo kono is hate speech, and a diamo ke men ka mako sa manam bankoka, and I'm calling for people to go and burn the offices of the opposition party or your opponents. Say Gambia ko ni sa Madi Jobate ta ya detained no. And you are charged because of Madi Jobate ko men keta Gambia. And kuman ke jani kabi what about say men lota ko nyanta kelale anu bila afale no mojele be wulla katela moya men ke wala men fo mojele bitakel. So now they are not going to charge that man sakaka arrest mumeke. And according to the information also from Banyu, people are going up with that case or audio modi akale left akala case leti left ka make sure that jimalo mu manoti in URL and that man must be arrested. So I will quote the Inspector General of Police ma a man choice now they have to drop Madi Jobate case. Ngale Gambia ngale baro jele ngale NPP ngol jele wala sabu Gambianol albe wulla le de mota fulale ngal men son ka wula wato la wallahi no doubt about that. Albe wulla le mota fulale wuli nal men wula wato la alba be tankala wala barin ka nyaati mo ko wala kan before be fitalo it is better for Gambians to rise up and control their own destiny before it is too late. Mo klibe wulla la nendiroke ay tlimbari yake ay bula wande alfalla kuta findilaji banindo a quarter of that kedro because he's on the other opposite side tilbayande lala wakande so badi ngambe ngolo la senta yalo mammo kumpaja ay Gambia benen ay siyo benen ay lambo benen an kabi kuman findije ali amira woman waye minen mira insa keno kote ngay diani wala sababa ke kam over and over ñinem signa saba jamoti say lay sen ka audio bondi audio kata in viral dunia be ka moy aka modol ne torandi modol ka kumbo kuta no laje because of munem man se men nyanta luwa la kan man se men nyanta kulula system o men nyanta kulula luwa men nyanta kulula mol be ye so luwa ka ta kala because license is in APRC and they need APRC and APRC's votes license be continue ka audio dida wata bayla ba ala de maro kam be da bita dola mala manyina men mala mi be bita ma balle mala wala wala tonya be wala be koyla mbe duwa kan an bolu ngabatuna hey ana man ko loya Ousainou Daboleti ni mo tonye foyaje saka ye mo tonya ko neni ala bula nyola ndesana jaay ko confidence do wotole yen tonye anu yal nalon ko yen tonye fa yal ko yen tonye ngoy neni ala bula nyola nga confidence do wotole it doesn't matter how long it takes fon sa wayelo ali bula domondin dro wala sabu loya Dabo momo yani nga kam fa nyaawna alina moy lan ko loya Dabo mol fele yani alna mani ne wala loya Dabo moy fele yani alna nyinke because in kalon nako loya Dabo ko ne adiate just to ka kanen kabula la lambo la ka ko mo ne it doesn't matter how long it take ko person sur le nka fele one day abe senhalal wala kan wala kan ka tumal pour ka nyotorani wala pour ka totinya no it's not because loya Dabo malay quality wala ala mati ani ala fanya so wala le anu ala lamdo fana ale so wala le abora damen ale so wala le men be ama men be ya tonye men be bara firma sambaka bila dini na fa ke bala ale la bandula jibe do ana men taje fo al si ale la bandula jibe bila lamin jeyte tolemba katani Dr. Lamin Bojang of Gab umam fenje folo ni mun demandi woti this is just a tip of the iceberg for him wede men katala fo tonya lemba fo tonanti ba balam ko men katala o katala o fonni ko be fo Italy lembang you can find somebody unless and until aman loya Dabo nendiro bula alne sina la bango jibe that Mr. Know All me afa nyonte me amudo ka telta mu Seattle telta mu Washington State alisi alo fran la bango jibe unless and until he stopped insulting lawyer Ousainou Dabo yes if ele left akala kunku siloti but that's lawyer Dabo because bi lawyer Dabo lota ka yam fata ya jamme dame asnya fono dunia mo be no doubt about that but mo lawyer Dabo la personal life let and he have every right pour que mo yam fam mo be and na temtu ba jala wakam and we respect him for that and that's why we love him and we will continue to love him until for the dunia ban but ni me amra wala min to ko be kala nennal ibe kala bulalal ibe kala komo ni na just because he's the leader of the UDP next day ta kay yam fa ya ko yam fote ala yam fote ala fay police ko dola al nyaat dina nyaato al lon na ni ke ba fulalen tilimba ya do be ja ni yake ali mi yake mi akay yam fote ba ko do be je fo yo fa so do je ni wadol kono mbokale fi ka relevance dial fana UDP ko sobindi wala jam one more time and mena leadership sobindi lala mba mo dani la men benying message wala moy kam especially my sister in the Gambia Madina Njai, I know you are watching. Please bugana nga dimbale ma fi nga jappale ma fi for you to pass this message to the party leader hamna ne mun nga ko def and to the deputy. They have every right to forgive and forget, but let them be very careful about people men ki call e ka yam fo dani ma ni ka kachal soto. Something is happening these days. I have nothing personally against this individual, but na daji kololom and na hadamadin si fama mat dunya mbe son tala ko musol ka mol wulu and musol le mbe wulu bal nyin kende wonalo da kale ko musol fa ngam wulu wal kana lala nalo da kale ko musol en wulu fal kana lala atrale ka UDP ko dol soto amay soto no telephone do bala be certain individuals sol call kanne abe diamu ke mo fula be ko kunu mi alon ka ni kacha soto tête à tête ay même fo be a fani anu ne be jabe menna wala mu diko na ma atel be alo jumale Max Jones already so ay fem fala drum ali amuta nyaaw nya betiata ni mel la tala kuma kan la salam ni ma mala kuma kan la salam bali na men fo wala mu diko ni Max Jones ko me ko musol fa yon wulu fa to nyande ali haketu mbaade musol ani na ñol ay mine ka ako ate loya dabo kolle ani loya dabo diamo tala loya dabo jam fata ate loya dabo ka ko jam fata bilu dina fora kira ate Max Jones la kanyem fa dunia moli I don't know how true it is ako ani Ibrahima Diba fanan diamo tale anu ako ay plahido tala ko ate ba make solal ko ala position of use mala bo position not because ndala position of melo position of lies and position of using his platform to personally attack people and to go into people's private life. Now position on the malon. Kadadalo BME wala Gambia political zone mialonko akole use atiamira. One position on akade position of use lale. To be the meditator between Dabo and Baro. Ntamala mo important be Max Jones. For Max Jones fone ya famuta mendo wendo o jakalede. Fatu ko atel be meditate la between Baro and Dabo. Ataba Max Mexola Dabo ni Baro ye ke kelimoti. I know there's a pressure on him. No pressure on you lonaka bonan dame. Amanja nata into detail there. There's a pressure on him. And it has something to do with family connection. Pressure back right now. And he have to make a decision, and he have to make that decision as quickly as possible. Na kwenye banta fa pareta albal na mu decision na moti. Bal Max Jones mba challenge na jam ko one more time. Ayemma ko tanka ajibe. Mba challenge na one more time. Max Jones nana ko be video jelale and nana ko ba sodolal. Ma ko tanka one more time. Na Ibrahima Diba ko le bi. Unfortunately, abe juma salo lanu akabe ko la back. Malo call so do foro. But left them for Ibrahima Diba wala mu nyinti ko. Ani mba fa jana loud and clear sa mo be amoy. Ibrahima Diba na party leader, na deputy party leader, and any executive member of the United Democratic Party. Ni Max Jones momo call. Max Jones momo call mbal daniel lillahi alal haklo to albe men fola aka mol record le. Max Jones ka mol record le nani be diamola. And Max Jones ka model put on the line nani be diamola. Ibrahima Diba lafte jina fole no biline call bi. Alal haklo mansla Max Jones and Max Jones an ko na mansla. And bele fly fintina ko tenke ayemma. Naye call ate record le. And now call Akamodo for put on the line. Max Jones can call our party leader while I someone from State House put on the line. Max Jones Ibrahima Diba say call no NPP modo beje anime be line to be la moyka. Na party ala kacha record. Na party bala lungu menna wala party bala lungu menna. Abidala Facebook page to ayla audio nyinta play down upload je wala tele video to ta upload je. A kentelal anu akamo jamala alla de maroka manku ma foje me malunde ande manku ma foje men ko ta 5 kanano ko rek. So Ibrahima Diba and anyone me alko Max Jones is reaching out to kuno meyon ko bila fo nyanga ko de Max Jones la bal ngay de me fansu mo day fama fenkela so me daf la mol mat and he want to reach out to certain people men ko wala ya block le in their life. But right now, he's desperately looking forward to talk to certain individuals within the party. Well, you have blocked currently. Well, I need Max Jones not a UDP. More by welcome, Lale. More than the by welcome, Lale. Until a Montao Londe, but more than the by welcome, Lale. And not a UDP, well, he has every right to be a UDP member. And in the Dundanyola, and in the Mondunyola, and in the issue, and in the issue, he has every right to be a member of United Democratic Party. And do not have to registration of Falansa, Marco, personal register. But in terms of Max Jones, any personal ego should allow you to go. He just cannot stand me. Anu ala bigotia, ala bigotri anala bully me akake, ntele bokol tanu abulu, ntele bokol tuanu abulu. Ntele Nancy Sao, there was a time ntele mala number one enemy in Generation Talk Show. Who is Max Jones? UDP Max Jones ke Max Jones. UDP Max Jones important di. Generation Talk Show tabe be jentele Max Jones sembentia. Even though aka streaming ke, bala ka dia mo le ke ba. Masimal be bulu e ka streaming ke be jele dia mo no. Ntele men ka dia mo no. Ntele men na live flix, na facial bondi, mo le be njeka, mo le ala njumale mtele. Ntele Max Jones ke Max Jones. Wota Max Jones na dia mo de ka fo musolemba. Fo fa geto lemba fo lesbian ole. Na sutra wakati na be do call. When we already know who is he, do li ala video call je, do li ala family long in the Gambia. Ko do be jaman jari kanasi jang call fo. But alkali MD ba membe California in the United States. Where ala jumala Max Jones. Alkali men MD ba. Su ko na din kilimo la miti, boda su kilimo la ko na kuluta su kilimo la ko. Balo bembe Generation Talk Show na sutra o be ka. So jumala Max Jones fo Max Jones ka fo ka te ba make so la baroni ndabo idea. Baroni ndabo la Max Jones ma dango do adu tawote. One thing sama mfale mte sana Jarj. Nimel lata na salam surtout atala UDP la leadership on. I have the feeling that Max Jones is on a mission and Max Jones is a spy. Max Jones is on a mission and Max Jones is a spy. One more time by the UDP call. The leadership of the United Democratic Party, be watchful and be careful about Max Jones. He is on a mission and he is a spy. Max Jones te baro bulala no nyama. At the NPP bulala no nyama. He's been held hostage by them. Ya jo kodolela. Ya kontrago le sign. Dara be bola jabe dulale. At the baro media empowerment bulala no. Anati tano. Gambia's political zone atabula no anati tano. Akebalu wolto. Akamole video me upload YouTube. Gambia no bitaje ba like la be subscribe la kebalu wolto. Abe na flo so ka wolto. Wala sabu UDP TV&MEDIA del prata wala la sambe sirim baba doka find a video clean da upload ala page do kotenke. E ka mo mone sinya clean na video full amen ka mo ne wolto bala da fla nyana koten. Because we have taken all the necessary steps now waiting for him. So one more time, abe wala usino dabo kollale wo mun leaderty and he's a Democrat and the most Democrat individual that I have ever met. Obayla mo lalale Obe yam flyele, oba bulalale, oba welcome to the party. And momo after welcome to the party, I welcome Aina. But I salon ko he's a spy and he's on a mission. How many times Max Jones started a period? I'm done with the yellow. Yellow is winning. Or how many times? Ali screenshot, Ali is safe for record purposes. But I salon ko Max Jones. Abulata loya da bula bakel de. Max Jones alo ada wonem bagal de. Ha Max Jones safaro dol beje gamelo ka tariya nyina la bantel ma nyina juna de. Ali ali membale ibu Jallow join the UDP wato menna. Fo Ibu Jallow bodo UDP. Ali odi membale no. Ibu Jallow lo bo UDP. Ibu Jallow fon fen safa about lawyer Dabo. I felt fen safa about UDP. I felt fen about Dobo. Lawyer Dabo wulunya. Max Jones la be foy mbadi Gambia nkolo Max Jones se pejo ta dida e ka fa me the Gambia zone wa Gambia zone Max Jones is behind the page bal adimu ay mo bek adminti ni mentade diamu ta jaltal na jumala mo nyinti fa bu sane katanu jaka diamu je salif ke mo bado kataje ka safaro ka spose je ni makinde ka jaja ka safaro ke je fenke atodum Musa Sedi kan membe baro media empowerment o fanen kata jaka safaro keje lamin tun kata kata jaka safaro keje Ahmed jite kata jaka safaro keje alino ko bakilim fali ka kumbo like a cry baby mama bayola na kumbo tay na ko la kumbo te ja wosi deja e ba fanyita Max Jones an ani mo be dentale nak sakani yeba di buma wallahi nan kali ala Max Jones mo bobadi Max Jones ay kiyam man Max Jones be mombo badibu folo akani ta dental because abama boda tele kenye akani sisila dental because sisila boda no kundal ani alkali konte dental because boda fa alkal kundal but something like that ani mo badibu ko be dental. So right now I UDP di wol mem call amajara neto for jam, but I spoke to 2 individuals yesterday. Me alango Max Jones call ani diamuta ani wol fanane wala Max Jones fangalo contact bin telephone ya tawnte yakaja bande be na party leadership politiko kamo mako je atariata bal kamo fran dame je atariata. So yang atodum na keba Ibrahima Diba ebe position kuma baldo ebe foni position baldo pour que mako abe beti alale but pour que tinya fona be fiala batal. So e haklotu and Max Jones ba foko dunia mo be ko ani diamu dal asekono ba wonde tonya because aba dabo ko tonya asekono mani Ibrahima Diba mandiam Ibrahima Diba damal so sen yani no bala ka même fo mo be wala ni Ibrahima Diba diamu dal anu Ibrahima Diba yani party leader connect le ani party leader diamu dal. So party di la loka ayam fata ila dundu na forakla. Now he's kind of relief. Now he's kind of happy. But pour que join UDP ake mira wala. Abafo dole ko I know I cannot be a UDP in my life. But abafo dole ko minal. But now I know ko pressure back from somewhere. We cannot go into detail right now about that. Pula be minna abula. Pula be dami ngai abandon. But he's also been held hostage there because I called them. I charge. In fact, there's a private media house in the Gambia. Me alone, I will approach. I will charge $20,000. $20,000 pour I will a platform or dire. Ole follow ne. No follow mo fanasi bo from follow jen. So Max Jones na ko musole awulu fa mo kana lal. Ndale afala le hakitu. Ba tele yalom ngam ndamen to fay. But at the end of the day mbadi Gambian ko to nya kafo wala ka labam and to nya kafo le las la. Mbebe nu generation tok sole no. UDP ngale mbelon DJ. UDP kaya sabe beta da through that sacrifice la. Na nendrol beta do le private life all maraji. Bi na Afrika ya mina kan nunji. Mbota je beta da UDP TV&MEDIA lo. UDP TV&MEDIA from that day up to now. Mo kilon be UDP TV&MEDIA an kabi wala beje. Mo dan tamal même fracasté tane me sambal bi yalone. Because nyima kindele wodol nenenu. Na Afrika yakam. Hiding behind the yellow family. Hiding behind kwatamu UDP leti. Babila wodol sambani tada budung kulman na possible wala yalon ko nyima bo barole wodol dum 100% UDP leti. UDP ngaya moteni ni la wodo wol be mutana. Bal generation tok safana Max Jones men tuda kurukurule ile bi. So fate hejut fi. Al yalo ne men ka yelema men buka yelema men be da be bilun kunu be de al yelo ne men be da woda bi jam soma ja al yelo ne. So Gambia ngolo foni lafta tawnte yakale ja wala lafta ka balu politique of lies la anim politique of fakeness because modol yama politico moldi politico idun da ko nyamen e kaaje wala nyama anabe kele fe wolti politico nyama ko kum fan kun nafale mu iyanta dun na jela pulka ko do soro kela di bayre ma baludi ka bunyi mallo ni ba politico ko do la politico be kala woldi e be tara wul yalla fogam e be tara la fake news le dila e be kala tapale yalla kala ndan ko do itala poso ko ndan ko ka programme na organiser ko do soro ni dun da politico ko ka fago politico royalty mon soro je me patio be sando do better la fe e de politico tar la wolto nak jela wala nyama nak e de be kala munati jongo from one place to another ila e be kala minati not ite kala modi mi alanko ebe kala a man of your word or a woman of your word ni nda politiko ko because ka politiko joko Gambia la banku nyado tale beje banku dimole nyado tale detala je ni nda politiko ko you have this belief that politics is about justice, politics should be about peace, and politics should be about progress. Wallahi ba jela wala nyama no matter what and politics is part of our life and we are part of politics. And politics is a daily life activities. Atutali ba ke ka nyame ani dunda ko nyame ani te amuta nyame. Idunda ko nyaaw nyaay baaji la wala nyama. Bal kilina be labana wala mtini ngonyiti. Atonya ta o damal be labana. So doli ko baro be mu nyaamoto mo le nyaamoto nyinika. So itel fane be ko nyaamoto nyina baro bulle. E be balu nyaamoto kala baro bulle. wala sabu baro franco ni men kayte mun jongolti wala ite ko amam betia inata ya sai ite kata mun ite mun kata mun jongoti sai be do ko kala jongoyde the likes of Cheikh Mbalo anu baro wala fa Cheikh Mbalo fo Cheikh Mbalo tulo ya mole ba fatlo ma moy ba bar Cheikh Mbalo de bi ba sama kanam baro ya fa son place son baro ma baro ko ba ko de mun jongolti sa lafta ay do ko ke jongoy baro ya atawo dalilo la kam bala di end of the day Cheikh Mbalo ba sa arjana atako arjana la mun jeti abe sonna nyin kanne ka do ko ke jongoy ba Gambia faram be sunta nyin la ko Gambia la banko di bi say ka dajota ka tupu wolo dula kilo ina yani on katengo banka kasidi Gambia say Gambia le dula bi mi alon ko ye jamba kere bi so may fi banka fenti bi Gambia le sasa so sasa mi alon ko atele garawta coronavirus ti anu atele garawta Ebola ti Gambia le sasa so bi sasa mi alon ko bi ani AIDS HIV atele jawata di wala mi diko halama dum sa puntum patanga diata nyame halama dum sa fajan bi ay nyina ko ata jamu tan mini kunu wala mu nyama do wala fatale man tala baluli. But gone are the days many along ko mol buka communicate no on a daily basis. Gone are the days many along ko technology man tara tamakan no. Gone are the days many along ko mena Gambia bi moko mo nyin ka phone number non do mo ke ko le ka fa yelo number suro nyaari wala jimala no number dila bal bi mo sa mo nyin ka mo number mbadi Gambia ko foni man tara WhatsApp wala man tara messenger wala sa gomo to ko le mbake nyin ka yelo number suro nyaari because you go to any WhatsApp group nimbe je beno number suro you go to messenger beno number suro la so wala nanga fa baro ko sabari President Baro relax. The so-called lion killer, relax. Ijamano mbenku. Ibenta funding ko jamano le fe. Ibenta the 21st century lokono. Ibenta technology wall nyina jamano le fe. Madi ngambe ko ala fa nyininka one more time. Sana jaji kuma mfano. Fode jawala kuma mfano, jara kuma mfano. Nkanyini belo nyaadile, ala ka nyini wanyar, ala ka boy koto. Yala kacha dole beje ni ba fala mo buka taraje. Audio do be da malka fele groupe ko moy traje men juso tata no waya bondi. So NPP mbadi Gambian call one more time, starting from few months ago going down to 2021. Ela political is based on three things alal haklo to work mbadi Gambian call. Ela political is now politics of lies and fabrications because they have no program and they have no agenda to market to the people. Ele politics of lies and fabrication wala mfanna jumati mbadi Gambian call wala wanyindiko ibekala tala mitinol kumandila dulal tole nibe mitinol kumandila dulal to especially UDP la stronghold e kamina fo mole wala mluada bal kanajam wala rohi malik lola kanajam wala taliban sulal kanajam wala ajam sikal kanajam ni tado je nak yela media yela t-shirt sika yadi wol mole yadu ni pada yewol natal iko ita yatani baro lako nyinna cross capita kana NPP wala bila fanna foloti ele politics of lies and fabrication yamon political sodo kotenke politics of tribalism and hatred politics of tribalism and hatred wabe fanna jumala kono wala mila divide and rule kasiol dama fay nyokam kam badi mal dama duni nyola kamo bayala place because mandin kolomat wala as a sympathizer of a particular political party kamo sa manager man is incompetent amanita deliver at the end of the day Gambian le suffer mbadi Gambian ko nyin category kilo nyin kon ankabi I wala nyinti ko by force ibe fan impose la mol kan. It's either their way or no one's way. But they don't want to talk about the past. Ele kunu mol men lote men fate. They don't want to talk about the promises that they made 3 years ago. But they will keep on making new promises. Many alon ko ite fulfill no and ite fulfill. Ite me men ka kunu imo fon imo keno. Ele homo gombe be bulu kunu imo summit. Ele homo gombe bulu kunu ko imo summit. Ele homo gombe be bulu kunu ko ba imo summit. Bi homo go kana wala summit. Mbadi Gambia ko politics is about logic and strategy. Politics is about logic and strategy. Ele opponent na kane kan nyame ifane logical ni strategy soto iba counter la nyame. Just common sense or le muniti drop. Aninke haklotu ibuka koronto. Iman kunun ko bala homo go me ya dile ko ya sombe di mo sombe no kunun ko homo go be buli mo sombe no kunun homo go be buli mo sombe no ikata bi homo ko de ko sombe tite ka fa no homo go fel baro man sa kunda puntum patam patio mol man ka man kunda people's patio mol be ñoo jappale arma baro la mol ikabina fo mole tata tundo wala new promises be ñin klalel when baro have promised us that ko abe jaman taworo la sango kono moje folo mis bohol taworo sango kono moje folo musugadi no tan nana nim fula moje folo ba ñun bara bridge moje folo ñomin kol alla highway alla super highway men ñanta didala al moje folo the Senegal bridge akatele alo mbiyala de photo ñanta wot baro la false promise anu baro kala do ko folo na sima du state house men boda kombo yalo na wala mu jumati kombo burfu dun kol kombo gunjurun kol sari mentoring area baro e mine fo village and alaje danaka election of famu win ako na dum da state house do ko folo be kala ba e burfu ni gunjuru lo sila baleti ngo mbadi chankol ni jarankol men be sidi birkama alle free wifi fo yal promise mena fal ni natala ngo mbadi mbaka ngol yal promise leptano ni marsol menna astafura leptano ni fonko de fishery for high school lamba fo mune mi lefta men lo la reje pour ba demo la karol tem ali ajele ba mbadi Gambian call one more time barola sioni sign tema dono sol men ka millions of dollars sol diala melo jimal la mi no dollo e ka bendi barola e ka mun soto jali elon kaliri wage o futa investment kisima jawara hami muja of ja oil se ko barola real estate business partner ni allié kodo me kadi barola de millions of dollars me kadi ala Tarik Musa mbadi ngambe ngol faji nata di jani commission report la ama implement fara ba bantam commission report ama implement the social security and housing finance corporation report ama implement fo nata wala faade hejut fi ana ñi mun dama no le drone these are just tip of the iceberg mel ko badi ngambe ngol fo ñata sila kam fangri maynal so one more time mina sabu mari jobate yala charges will dropped and they have no other choice. And if I am Mari Jobate sonta ko amamboy and Mari Jobate sonta ko activist la Mari Jobate nyanta the government of the day case sue for damages and waste of time and the case sue. We must put stops to this nonsense arrest and bogus charges against innocent people of the country. Mbadi ngambe ngol na next topic ko be men ka chala dandani 2 hours ni be banna wolem the managing director of Nawek Alpha Robinson has been fired and replaced by Nani Juara. Mbadi ngambe ngol biribe baba foto jo bondi la Nawek albe ya kala mutalanu ndesan immediately after the change of government in 2017 Mansakunda Kudo Sita managing baba foto jo appointed as the managing director of Nawek. Nawek ya kumasi improvement of the Kekam. Daily press briefing kasodo Nawek. Nawek telling the country about the situation of our generators and our machines and so on. Kurang be soto kang anyama. De maro bokanan Senegal kamaku kurang wala na rural area sola. Ko be improve kang on a monthly or weekly basis. Because baba fata mo manding kolti, baba fata jo boda badi bule. Baba fata joni mandi ngol ni badi bungol be kebe ke UDP ngol lati ya akis ko UDP sympathisant ya bay dalil tebulu ya bay imang reason for mole ya bay ya sambadu la da men ka man kala area di aman kala field ba because that is the order of the day ye mo bay an yalon ko ni ye bay molbe kam falale yeta ye sama diplomatic mission odo. This is why Baba Fatajo becomes now our ambassador or high commissioner in South Africa. But ni kam mol bay men yalon ko wolle tamu do ko tan wolle do ko nyinno you can appoint based on political grounds, not based on merits and qualifications. This is what will happen. Failure upon failures, damages upon damages. This is why Nawek is suffering, Gambia is suffering. But the saying hakil tube dame wala mbadi Gambian Gold. The new managing director me alonko ya appoint Nani Juwara. According to our biography, he's qualified for the job. According to our history, he knows lots about Nawek. And according to information on the Mensoro, he was there from day one and he climbed the ladder for Biafra Dame. But the thing is that Nani Juwara might be ready to deliver. Nani Juwara might be ready to be there. But memu question of the same body in Gambian ko wolemu. The current procurement officer, me alon katelem the procurement officer, me alon ko ateleka decision make korol ben nyanta findila. Paperwork so la ku jama. For that man will give chance to Nani Juwara to deliver. For that man will allow Nani Juwara to do what is right for the Gambia and for the Gambians. The procurement officer right now at Nawek, Mbadi Gambian Koro, Walem question of the B. Because Baro Sampuru Sana Madi, NPP La Madi, former APRC La Madi. Abetar La Jere, Kanani Juwara sabotage. Mbelefla Gambian be focus wala kan say. The moment Nani Juwara assumes office, I don't ko kumase. Alkana Nani Juwara Jibe as the managing director. Yes, atele munyato ngoti nim fele kana mo ba tele blame la anu atele ta try on top of the game bal alna jibe lo ke say Nani Juwara jimal ba asabota la fola ibe chance to apply deliver without the interference of the politicians and from the top jimal top the state house barona la bol na brother Nani Juwara mba kontona and ba congratulate la one more time and mbe duwala alma ale do ko ni soni andai alma ale Hamo kendo diala, I nganya kendo diala, and I nganya kendo so Gambian because Gambians have suffered enough. Gambians have gone through a lot, and Gambians deserved a better services, a professional service, and an excellent service from Nawek. What in Bedoual Alma Alea Sony and I. And Alma Aleo Jiso diala, I will hamol dunda kondo. But Daniel Menna Walam Yutoko Nabe J. Amantara do koke ka nyama wala lataka do koke, but the field wala the interference and sabotage are not allowing him to do the job. Let him resign before it is too late. And let him speak out, because Nieman Diabo Moltalona, as the overall boss of Nawek, as the managing director of Nawek, Mr. Nani Juwara, Ninkulamanta through Gambian will point finger at you and Gambian will blame you, and we will be right to point fingers at you, and we will have every right to blame you. Or Nani Juwara, I know you know better, and I know you know more than me, but I try. If things doesn't work well, and if I work, you sabotage on the soto, your political interference on the soto, do not force yourself to stay there, because Gambian told Lona resign. Or speak out and tell people what is the problem. Baba Fata Joko Kenu, Baba Fata Joko daily press brief on Kenu, Baba Fata Joko press midle, and Baba Fata Joko daily or weekly updates on Kenu. Nani Juwara left away Sifala. Weekly updates, monthly updates all. Press all meet. Tell them the situation. Let them know what's going on. Nina Sabela do ko mankeno, wala Nina Sabela do ko be kekano. Speak out. If not, ibe fan sitila, wala be fan blood blood, imagine fan blood. So Nani Juwara wala momo yalge badu wala ye access to Nani Juwara ninki baro se fitano ma iftama mbadani la nyina, and I think and speaking on behalf of so many Gambians me yalonko nyemi final original. So good luck Nani Juwara, and one more time congratulations. Mbadi Gambian ko the same thing menkata Nawek or the same thing nebekela Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation. And in to tabe dimila. To tabe dimila. Mina saboto be dimila ndesan. Fuaro la kodo lebeje. Na keba la kodo lebeje. Pensional la kodo lebeje. Na retired teacher sol. Na retired doctor sol ni nurse sol. Na retired agricultural do kulal. Na retired former civil servant sol. Aba dolel. Wala la kodo lebeje. ye jumale bondi na wake the most competent, the most qualified individual to lead that department, the Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation, Mohamed Manya ya bondi dalilo dalil mantaraji because of number one mandin ko ma fanandi fulan jama iko UDP sympathizer because ko mandin ko be mu UDP ret ya bondi ya samba mindo iko di Gambia secretarial ibela fa samba la wolto a decline nata moy ko de place do le dial no malam fay o talaba fay o rejumo ay o keleba ye jimale ke now Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation Abdoulaye Cham of all people jimalen Abdoulaye Cham di me ya jamme mako ka pension la kodota ka be kasara jimalen Abdoulaye Cham di me alon ko jani commission ya implicate jimalen Abdoulaye Cham di me alon ko ayenten kodol jolale wala te la bu nyawdo ala kodal yente sislale baro mo kilimol ta kotenke a kedi managing director of Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation because APRC Masakunda is the order of the day and APRC call wolebe tarala Masakunda to be Social Security fana be fella ibe boyla mbadi Gambia koru Mohamed Manja na time as the managing director of Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation record be jele ali keep by the end of this year let's compare Mohamed Manja's achievement with Abdoulaye Cham as the managing director of the Gambia of HFC mbadi Gambia koru Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation wal fane be boylale ibe kasara nimbo do jimala kata boy ko dengue an wala boy abe fisa wolti gamtel bina sabu gamtel be boyla because of barola political puppet Lamin A Tunkara I will get the deputy director Lamin A Tunkara will climb the ladder to become the next managing director membe ye ba bayla Lamin A Tunkara abo sabotage aba bun hatalale aba report la fake news fake reports for your buy and he will assume but nada be jeda baro na mola korota ka milk from Gamtel pour kala political party ojinta ka sponsor pour kala political party ojinta ka fund na nyina be kalete mbadi Gambia ko department jumala felte kote nge me alon ko yemo boni yemo bal do ko ke kanje wala yemo block plaka na do ko ke ya sabotage fo le bata kamula la kay ya bay wala mintodi na sojar kunda na sojar bunda biliye CDS masane kinte bonije ye jumala kaje CDS Yankuba Drame no wuli afale jana but because na fole they put a hole on it iba bayla who will be the next CDS Mamad Cham for the election in 2020 la ending and in 21 la beginning be diala albe detti gem jamaje na political kono albe kujela na political kono mina ko badi Gambia ngol ni memme ke ko be heart attack sor la jele ni men yelo franka sele ni me ke ko yele selo se bondi ayefa because balo mina tilmba ya sifa kala balo mina mate sifa kala na political kono baro mina mol appoint la be minister position di la mena because of political kanasi and wol mum politician wolde abe la fe wol campaign kala baro be modol appoint la political position di la because wol bodo tundol mendo amodo ko nawol appoint abo tundol la katol sodolal ali pare na fale jani a cabinet reshuffle is on the way. Sidinja is promised a ministerial position. Lamin Jase of the Gambia Football Federation is promised a ministerial position. Bakar Baji is promised a ministerial position. Wala sabu badi Gambia koru. Men ka fale katto faye pour place au sono. Alin hakilo to nyimol sifaldo. Alin kana classmate ya gibe. Ndesa na remember damo men Bakar Baji ya declare ko ala fekale meyoti. Ala former classmate remember Newstat. He be ko ba vote like because he was one time their head boy. Yoda manager mingi. Ndesan. Demabaya voted him because he was a youth council member or a youth councillor at KMC. Nimbakar Baji le kata nuntella KMC meyoto num ko be kuma dole fala numbi. Ni Mustafa Touré ni Musa Majika Touré le kata nuntella KMC meyoto num ngombe kuma dole fala bi. So mbadi Gambia nkolo tumoro lankala kuolke pour mfanga na fala. Ani bango dimo na fala. Mbadi Gambia nkolo Jimali Asabu ya Abdoulaye Chamke, the managing director of Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation. Wadang fonka anka fombadi Gambia nkole ale hakedo. Alin kala dotol connect juna. Alin kala sobi juna. Jumale recommendation di ka Abdoulaye Chamke director di the Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation. Jimale Abdoulaye Cham impose baroka anu baro lata wala bi because baro lafta fen nafulo la karola bi aba sodla no wala bulan wala ma ko ay gameno la nafulo sunya ay gameno la ko sunya wala jumadi Maburi Njie the current minister of finance Maburi Njie bama ani Abdoulaye Cham bama wala bakilin fakilin Maburi Njie bama ani Abdoulaye Cham bama wala bakilin fakilin ndesan sede ika famena sede yala someone is okay Lamin S Dabo Jula ako Abdoulaye Cham moda and Maburi Njie moda the same moment that okay yalla sa ndama ma fokori thank you Lamin S Dabo Jula yalla ndama ma fokori afele mba foka dadi benda de la moya sa the same Maburi Njie is the one who recommended that Dawda Jallow, the current Minister of Justice, should be appointed as the Minister of Justice and Attorney General. This Dawda Jallow used to be the lawyer and the prosecutor for the Gambian National Petroleum Corporation. What time of Maburi Njie is the managing director of the Gambian National Petroleum Corporation. Akada Maburi Njie boy Kitu Jawol men kunduda Gambia. Lua kulul men didata kaytol men be tapuleta in during the Maburi Njie's time at the GNPC ni loyal ka makoy o kodal men be center especially the one me alon ko wolem the number 1 Egan Street kodami ka foko yasa $9 million lela ay dollars la o time be ni Maburi Njie ni Dawda Jallow lebe GNPC. Someone is asking, I think Tambedu is the director of SSSFC, or is he replaced? Which Tambedu are you talking about? If Tambedu is the director of Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation, what is something new? But Gambari Gambian Kura, I don't be Gibero, I say Marco in Ojam, Mbeboda Gambela, and we are all current. Mbebadi Mulesoto Gambia Karobela. Can someone help me here? But one time, Namalon Billy Fenka Boninu, Mohamed Manjam Boninu, he was replaced by Abdoulaye Cham. So badi wol na am forces be kala ten ala no way Mamour Diop mo resign an kabi wala ma retire an kabi Mamour Diop the current IGP ala tamo bande billing last year August 2019 abe contract basis le kan sign anikajo mo Ikajo mo. Yes, okay. People are saying, okay, Abdoulaye Tambedu. Okay, maybe now Abdoulaye Tambedu is the managing director. That's fine. Njundu Jabiko is Abdoulaye Tambedu. And Omar Dabo is saying that I think it's Tambedu. Okay. So Gambia na miyara fa bondiro be keka luolu multalona. Replacement be kela luolu. But Abdoulaye Cham was the one who was acting as who was first appointed as the acting managing director. So maybe now he's been replaced by Abdoulaye Tambedu. That's good. The same thing is what's happening at the police station outside. Mamour Diop and in the commander crime intervention unit Gorgimbouk will not be replaced. They will not be replaced. Even though Mamour Diop, the current IGP, retirement on Nyantakala, beginning August of last year. So, I better like Jele, Kadeki do Kulke Baroye, illegal arrest. Okay, Kebabaro is saying that Abdoulaye Cham is not working at the moment. His mother is his neighbor. Okay, so you're from the side. Good. That's good. Because Abdoulaye Cham does not only continue like Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation. Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation are bankrupt. Okay, maybe the pressure from people who are saying, that's good. But Alcana surprised, like he might bounce back again. But Obuka mobile. Saka moment I'm coming Kuriado ko Kalano, Abukebay. So he might bounce back again. Somebody will. Mbe audio do play la jamii alonko nina audio play nsinaru wakachako anu namira ale audio ñin moyle on social media. But for the benefit of those many alam ko many audio ñin moynu wala mantara follow kam wala mantara a fenka kam a todum a follow kam nseni audio play dan nim bita kachado me alam ko the Gambia Bar Association yele ni ku yatandi about the way President Barrow. Someone is telling me that Maburu Njai, James Gomez, Abdullah Cham, Omar Fai are the ones in control. Yes, but someone is telling me that Abdullah Cham is not working. One thing I know that more, the mafia group, they are never out of the system. They are always there. Ye baile may buy, replace, may replace. They are already in the, they are always in the system, so they are in charge. Yes. One thing what I'm going to do, Dronko, Nani Mulmian Kabe Borola. Ibe fam sisol kosila ibita kia nimbadi buni jara nimbololo kone be diam ka moli itel they are out of the picture now. The cartels, the mafia group are in charge and the APRC. Maburi Njai, Ning Abdullah Cham, James Gomez, Se Omar Fai, Alaji Sise, wale men domo kan tilokono, e kaman sujan tilokono. Yemen fintinde Gambia bantala anibe kodo men domo kan Gambia bantala nyim fabu sade na bonol melam ke sisol ko si baro ibe fa kam baro suta tri ibe mon nen kam baro itel mantara wo quarter of that function la wo quarter fo mantara so ka Maburi Njabi da men ta mansono lo kan Senegal Dakar. The current Vice President Dr. Aïssatou Touré ko dale babul abolo lo kan Senegal. Hamad Ba, the Minister of Tourism, avec Kodala Lokan Senegal. Se Omar Faye, the Defense Minister, the Kodala Lokan Senegal. Alaji Sise be Kodala Lokan Senegal. Because he be able to look at exile. He be able to UDP Masakunda Minal. But he be able to UDP Masakunda no one no Gambia. But say at the Fabu Sanelamu, Maimuna Sise Dabulamu, Lamin Tunkaralamu, Alkali Contelamu, Lamin Chablem, Du Sanolamu, Itelebe Mol Nenka. Ibe fawal nenkam ibe la landol nenkam ibe bulakan gambeno la sutatri itel mantra o domo kam budu men yalan ko mantra nendiro keka wala mantra e fam fa kay mantra wala ba bi kan sutatri so itel sada itel tolewol itel fanam fe nyawonde ani bi ni ko gambe ko kukili wala njakal bi ni ko gambeno ko you are hypocrite iko nendiro la modi bimbe posting dole jibe ka one guy was trying to tell one UDPN you can bring your points across without insulting. Where's the insult here? Because telling someone a hypocrite, I don't think that's an insult. And why alcohol no ni many nola? But ni UDP Nkoloko is a hypocrite. But ni do Nkoloko is a hypocrite. That's a normal and it's an English proverb from the dictionary of Ayatollah Halifa Saleh. Wala sabu. Nimma moma lo fa yefam ko Nimon lo mfa mfango kungoka. And nimon wuli at the right time mfango kungoka. But niko gambana lo ko baro yaage me fam fisara barodi. E ka fe no because baro mo fa folo. Na men telenda sila fa baro mo fa commencer. Yaage men ay na fis yaage men na fisara ko di. Ndelenda solo fa baro e mo muta mo ka disappear mo ka yema. Yaage men na fisara. Bal gamben be la denta. In one way or the other. Wala sa mo tisira no je wuli afo. Wala sa men ka si platform ka diama alal haklo du bagana be ko mo fola ale mo fo mo le yalo ale mo fa ni mo le sita e may na abula cham to fo jam correction be keka dol na bama be steri dol na afam sita anu abula cham mo be yalo ne America Gambia America Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation Abdullah Chamle asabu ye Mohamed Manjambay Abdullah Chamle Mohamed Manjambun Hatal. A program will organize. They organize the disgruntled staffs at the SSFC. I don't know the other one, Gasama Kontong. Who Abdullah Cham Kilmo, before Baromina into power, was one time a managing director. Yajame Taimo. At the Social Security and Housing Finance, the Kodobe Kasara Yajame Jamano. ya jamel sulata kodo kod la telka approve ay chego sefa adi ya jamela APRC was sponsored by the Social Security and Housing Finance taxpayers lo kodo Abdullah Chamle o bekenu the other managing director men ya lonko ya jama me kumbanno wala ika hesitate with ya jame wala man sultan tilike sankum fatina bonyol ani wo akutobe men nan kanyinala wo fana nyina ke one time managing director of Social Security but bin Abdullah Cham na ko ya jame you will have it your way unless and until you don't want it. So bidi sanku Muhammad Manjan samanaje while he's still there yo ko managing director ako Muhammad Manjan ta do ko kel ako Muhammad Manjan ta peace soda wata kayro soda sa Muhammad Manjan foda ada faram foda. Thank you Jalam Kinte Modou Camara ni Modou Camara ni Abdoulaye Chan wolle malafi Muhammad Manjan succeed because of Muhammad Manjan bilana da reform sol menke ele susu kafo mbeja a burka ele nyambo kulli kafo mbeja a burka ibe babde nyola babde celebrate la ibe nyola futu sidol celebrate ni nyola kuliol ni ibe nyosa mbala makade be bita makka fara ndade na ibe nyola bunya lol kele gameno bala fa dara fuaro la kodo badole la kodo retire workers la kodo ite ko la parti du Social Security and Housing Finance say ko Mabudu Jay manyana wo mala astafurai Muhammad manyana wo mala so mbadi Gambian kolu bawon kala ko 2 hours anu nala na silande nsutata wala janne mbenyu audio player jam quickly mina nadu ko kachakoro menkera di ayotola Khalifa Sala abe manya menka kana député bungo kono anu tel Gambenol surtout funding ko yamra hay Khalifa Sala malam ba describe na modul yamuda mendi kado ala wonde fana Mediamula about deputy now demanding that President Boro must be thinking tanker to the National Assembly. President Boro got the National Assembly. You want to be the president. You want to be the commander-in-chief. But you don't want to take the responsibility. And you don't want to be there to perform. So President Boro Yamara Dal, President Yamu in the State House. Chicken winter done. Commentator done. From Fiala Kodala, Nite or the Mother Shira, Lady Bella Messinola, the court done. President Boro must be thinking tanker to the National Assembly. Voila. Todum. Yakuba Jate Memfo. Ye impeachment procedure commencé against him. I mean, the people Sakeno. Wallahi, right now, we have the majority in the National Assembly. Nim flip flop manke. Babio Gambia and the politician on Lemboka. You can't let predict no. But B, UDP deputy, GDC deputy, when APRC deputy full of Dama, Ilata in Kandrong, we get the majority. We get the majority. Baroko atata deputy board, and can be Barobe Balanding, a candidate deputy board. Deputy Lokaita deputy board and explain to them why a Kenyan state of emergency men declare without the approval of the National Assembly. They want to hear from him. They don't want the vice president to go there. They want him to go there. Baro must go. We must think it tanka him to the National Assembly. But the deputy Lesakeno, ya sombo soro, ya power soro, and they have the authority to do so. What a bad in Gambian call, all the deputy engage. All telephone sikali all the deputy call. Allah for you call. Their career is at stake here. They must deliver, or we don't need them in the next legislative. Kiam call alala deputy call. You can be a muke ma kamul moy. Jaram call alala deputy call. Muke ma kamul moy. Opal body bu deputy. Allah for deputy Tomal Bela. Yabob deputy la deputy men kam to ko Sana Jawara. Suleiman Sawo. Madi Sise. Bakari Maro. Wala Bakari Njai, Yakumba Jaita Nyol, Alaji Esdabo Nyol, Keke Baro Nyol, Modla Minsani Nyol, Mashallah, no deputy Kendro Sotole, Mashallah. But Fonna Yarota and Lipa, for ya katakol lafa. If not, their careers have to be at stake. Ntale kake, ntale sakeno, and ntale ya pausoro, ntakate file. Allah let the call. President Barrow must be thinking tanker to the National Assembly or your impeachment on Kumash against him. Before you know some of them, but now 2021. President Barrow must face the National Assembly and tell them, till Miami Bala stop. Because he can't go, men they are kudo no lagi. Deputy la washi da the president wa kaiko. Imagine a julo tala government tola. Alka approve without approval from the National Assembly. And kabi abakeka. Ikaiko you cannot declare a state of emergency when the National Assembly is not in section. And if they are in section 2, it needs to go to the National Assembly for approval. And kabi akanya kasira. A state of emergency declared in March. No, Astafura, I think the first one was in May or April. Ake in May, Ake in June, Ake in July. Aliamre yenya kasi nyina. Abeminekela soma. But because of Molle Beje mene fanko ko itelle lualo, itellem the master of the constitution, the masters of section and subsections, the master of bylaws, niyemam fire draw, ako walam tonyat. Ikailo ko, yes a most repluka yakumba jaite bay. Ya proof wrong. Ikaiko, yes a most repluka draft constitution oma. Akata mankeno. Batembe di draft constitution into a gazette, a titre National Assembly, or Kuyata. Ikailo ko yes a most sotole. Kododi dipitola, ye dipitola, and it wouldn't be a crime. President Barrow forced impeachment on Yanta Kumasala Walto. President Barrow forced impeachment on Yanta Kumasala. Bali bika mineke, eka UDP Tokia. Eka UDP will Tokia. Yes, Salimata, I'm sorry, but your uncle must be thinking tanka to the National Assembly. And Nato Kofana, Isano, Amanke Famadikai, Amanke Bamadi. You can disown an uncle can be disowned, an auntie could be disowned. It is on. Baba ni fama da malabuka disown no. Barrow disown. Ikamune fo gambe no le wole nyituko. Bile UDP be in power. Nyini be ke kanu njele mboka diamu. Sa UDP ngolo botaji ikadiamu. Ele political flies gambe no for UDP media platform ike nyaka se nyum kuma kangola le bile UDP be in power. But sa UDP mantaraje ikadiamu. Anu mbadi ngambe ngolo fo momo yalo ko sane ya kuma se ka UDP TV&MEDIA follow de. Wala fani me ya commencé sayde que social media follow de bal momo que social media follow ya UDP le social media warrior je ya UDP le militants ol jibe. We've been condemning the injustice and we have said that we will never we will never be a blind supporter to injustice and corruption. When Lawyer Dabo was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, when Lawyer Dabo was Vice President, when Amadou Sane was a Finance Minister and Trade Minister, and when Lamin Nambundiba was Local Government Minister and Agriculture Minister, we condemn. We defended President Barrow during his 1 year in office. Ala 1 year, well, ala first 2 years old, na defense le, na fasale, na kelo kaile, to nyaka, aronta damen koso wala, anu na kelo kaile wada men nyanta aklaile. Because what time he just took over from a dictatorship of 22 years. He just took over from a broken system. He just took over an empty coffers. But what time I beka condemn no. President Barrow man feke me ronta nunde. What time President Barrow hakilo babala la molo mati. Anya keje num. Abuka anya kulo mala kense ngunde. Akay anya mala lunga keje. But what time wali ya head munela because UDP le a sponsor. Because UDP le candidate olem. Because UDP le a deliver. A winter because UDP is all over him because 80% of the voters men voted for President Barrow are UDP supporters and UDP sympathizers. Oh, because Mandinkola Fana Martinu because Barrow Mandinkola Martinu. Sa abroda ko fulola Martinu. Sa ka man folan sa ko Marti. But at the end of the day, o mam mataja mbemu ngambenolti. For sara ko lolin diba, for manja gole mi diba, for karoni ko le mi diba. Mbemu ngambenolti. So, what time will dafa doy organize tanu Occupy Westfield be organize la jana Mpuntu be organize la jana Nchom be organize la jana One more kilo will be ready. Men can remind you about the coalition agreement. Men can for 3 years jotna. Be will have 5 years jotna. Ntala party leader. Yes, I tell you 5 years. Ako constitution 5 years level. I luala long aka based a welcome and aka bita welcome. Motas of sabula be luati nyala dame. But he speak. He speak. Or he spoke as an individual for himself. Bola sabu nyaton kaya kole atanya. Because je fem fo. E ka video mo de nyaton kaya yalla. Ora say du wolem. Ba di ngambe ngol. Lo ya da ko yam fata ya jamel. Ora say for UDP jam fata ya jamel ba. Al sala ko tawde yalla be jande. Momo me febo do e ko leke. Yes. Lo ya da ko 5 years. Does that mean that UDP got 5 years? If that is the case, lo ya da ko yam fata ya jamela. So does that mean that UDP yam fata ya jameba? Wala for UDP ko yam fata ya jamela? Even though we also have our shortcomings. But when men beka diamunu, amami ko kumole fanitade. Ya dula de manda me jani de. Ila hasidia was UDP. Ila hatred was UDP. And the leadership of the UDP. Because ndale baro tamindi. Baro e même follow jamfa. Bilay wo jamfa. Baro e mobe jamfa la. Fatale abra baro lo ada baro follow jamfa. Baro mo lo ada baro follow jamfa de. Me baro tombo. Ako baro ko wekala UDP la flag beratele. Baro di nga taxaw by force. Te dinañ la taxaw te dinañ tax nga win. Te dinañ la make the next president. Anu ale atandi men nako ñina ñen dekala na presidential candidate fa ga president wati. Baro wala follow jamfa. Meddan na wolto de ale atandi men na. Ndeta into detail because she is the right person to talk about this and she is the last person to tell the government why she have chosen Barrow and why she have recommended Barrow to be the flag bearer of the party when the entire executive of the United Democratic Party was in jail. Barrow Jumala follow Jamfa Aji Seka, our deputy leader. If that lady was not a strong woman, if that lady doesn't have faith, that lady might die of heart attack. Baro ajiyam sekala follow jamfa. I communication o kuntu ani ajiyam sekala follow tema. I ajiyam sekala follow stop from going to the state house. Thanks to Alkali Conte. Thanks to Alkali Conte. Baro ni ajiyam sekala tema. Alkali Conte is number 1 mendunte tema. Baro ni lawyer Usenu Dabo tema. Monani alka jutu menna. Alkamira ko they were not important. Monani. Dembo by force. Alkali Conte. Sunju Ture. Maimuna Sise Dabo. Ni mo nano. Ni ndoli wol labanta nalale. Ajiyam seka. Ku kilinga golofo. Bil Usenu Dabo findira kasokono. A embrace. Ako alna embrace. Nalan ko delo njugal. Alna tentro ni njaywa fitandama. Because of atata true menna. Pour que Gambia liberate. Ani ga Gambia la ñaato ta kele akoy lanen ko delo njugal parce que ya banen ya komonen ala nafro kasarata al hajo betinyada ala taibo westa ako lanen ko delo njugal for leading our party during the most difficult times in the history of our country wodamala kuyata baroye ani Alkali Conte dara baroya akay president be siri ika president do tendo wala president be siri ika modo tento wala ika modo emphasize Alkali Conte Sundu Touré Maimuna Sise Dabo Dembo by force and the most dangerous one Miyake Lulu Njante wo Karola Puluka stop mentioning ya Dabo's name Fatoumata Babaro, the first lady, now the last lady. Madam video call. Nyinna multimen call baro ko a stop ko ya dabo tofo. Fale amana baro be diamola lo ya dabo to la wada mena stupid. Watamina kalo na kamenke. Because what I'm government malo. Na mo bolon ko na da do de ka dabo na. Orol fo malo no ko dabo bu njamoto. E boro ko de ko no dabo dingolam. Ajiyam Seka is the first person and the most hottest one. Baro e men jamfa and baro e men kumboni amen ni misani. Me alam ko ni alama su simala amanke a strong woman abanta fa of heart attack. Nani ni mbelon tale. Bali le media house so dolbe tajini kachala de. Media house so dolbe tajini fola de. Media house so dolbe je ka tula bina fola. Dabo mo task coalition bi. Dabo mo nyo mune baro for 5 years. Before Dabo ba fola for 5 years. Baro Ajiyam Seka jam fala already. Before Baro ba for 5 before Dabo ba for 5 years. Ale hakero. Before Dabo ba for 5 years. Baro distado commencé ka samana ani UDP executive fol tema. O time le kodo sika ika yay satol kono ala min cham du sano alkali konde ika ta tundol to na regional chairmanol na ward chairmanol na constituency chairmanol ika fa na ka ala wa solo londaye. Depending on their positions, dol 5,000, dol 7,500, dol 10,000. Ngombe jina dilala, but Dabo monso. Dabo asks one simple question killing Dabo ko nyukodo ka bona mintol. Alben nyukodo me bondi kam physical cash pun ka di molla. And they are not civil servants or public servants. They are not being employed by the government. But I left the car dealer on a monthly basis. I could have physical cash. Dabo asks, who is behind the proposal? Kafoko. If you UDP political bureau across the country, and Ibebe Fonisla. Dabo asks, who is behind the financial backing of UDP Deputy National Assembly election will be sponsored full time by the president. Na council, na chairman, and the mayor will be sponsored full time by the president. Dabo asks these simple questions because Dabo is asking too much questions. Because Dabo ko, he will never face the next Journey Commission and he won't allow anyone from UDP executive to go and face a commission because of their previous or past records. Because Dabo is asking too much questions. That's the time they start sidelining Dabo and then you can tell a quality. Eko say, I'll not promote like a vice president. All the call we will be able to make them feel like they are patriotic because what time of Abu Sari na kafomol ye baro promise ni lako mbe UDP deal mbe kana flag bearer ibe kana secretary general during the last congress before the election. So the first congress you have to control executive for you the executive for the now they are in charge of the executive. They are in charge of the party. Then by next Congress, in December nala, then it's now Baro impose, wala Baro nominate as Secretary General and leader of the UDP. Alana tackle London 3 nights of deliberation. 3 nights of deliberation. Kacha suta sabadro. Binso be for no kacha kita dame. Sukushi ngatela koda kon. Suta sabak kacha dro. Ikunduta nyato ye block. Even though ye more than impose in the executive more long, according to information at that time, Lebo by for iko alwo bula faye afansun ke balamati another true mena alone fabesona ka fandi misadi. Karamo jarama the regional chairman for NBI iko ke balamati ye bunya dia alwo fanam bula je fabesona ka fandi misadi. Fatimata Jawara, you for Mbulaji, you can't have true men, and you didn't go there fast. Five to be on the wrong side of history. But if you feel it, you'll impose in jail. Whether you didn't go for Bula. The more by force the position Yakan on opposed. Karamo Jadama, Yaka on opposed. Faramana Jawara for Yabulaji. But that very day, more the Congress on you follow up. Yet Faramana Jawara body language will give during throughout the entire Congress. Albanoko, this lady was not comfortable. So Kulul be one at attending. There's no time when the 1996 so-called heroes all. Nyali ni kacha mkalef kama akajam fala akasabla ngaboni na topico dolkon. Because they never indol. But I'm a happy man now, and I always feel happy whenever I'm talking about this because of time UDP la kullo ko siata badi mbun kacha siata tinyaro be keka masibo be keka si wolbe suñaro ñabe tirindina dole ko ta sobila iko aka kana fo ndesan wo time o iko UDP buka condemn ko nyawnya Jarj Sane's father was the Minister of Finance. Jarj Sane condemns Barrow youth movement. Jarj Sane condemns Barola increasement of his own salary. Jarj Sane condemns Barola Tilmbayala, even though his father was in the government. When we were on UDP Generation Talks on another UDP TV&MEDIA, we condemned Barola activities when Loyadaba was still the vice president. And Loyadaba have never asked us to stop condemning Barrow. But Ankabilo Adabo not at a meeting black Aminafo, Barola agenda na support. The National Development Program na support because I think he believes in that core. The National Development Program, member Kaito Bala, Nimbaro Tamatawala, Gambela Nyato Tabi, Gambelo Cairo Lebeji, member Kaito Bala Bolade, programs of Membeji, Alata Nyame. But what time we tell you Kaiti can somebody, but they have something different from the National Development Program. Make it a personal development program than a Puntum Pantang program only. Mbadi Ngambe Nkolo. Now remember what time we Dembo by Force talk anafo. The day that I mentioned Dembo by Force name on UDP TV&MEDIA, Dolien name, Doltate the platform moto yen name, Foka Mbani, Kanamusone. Iko because ne bari na tofo. Ala family members of Dolbe Nelong, Nika Benjang, Yeda Kunduna. The day I mentioned Sunte Ture, Maimuna Sisa Dabo, Lamin Tunkara or Fane Contelebe UDP Taylor. What time UDP TV&MEDIA and talk we are Iko Kumor Jatal. Iko Balana Lemundet. Iko we are so controversial, we are not diplomatic. Nesan, what time no soldier or Mobile Kashutiela, Bila Fobe Diala. Akafota Midal Fab Bandala Mantra Kering Science for no side. What time we have a corner call. The UDP Soldiers Corner. The UDP Soldiers Corner. Jemala Boka Foko and Telemu. Fode Jaula. Pamane. Basahel Samate. Sisla Lion Jadama. Mark Jane. Max Jones. Yes, Nimani and Telebo Kafoko. It was a secret messenger group. But they don't want to. Nobody want to associate themselves to us at that time. Na so-called diplomat will control Roftalanu. But now they are dining and whining with us. In fact, they will be just posting, they are all over our postings. But before when we post, they don't want to get close to our post. They don't even want to mention our names on their platforms. It was tough there though. UDP Soldiers Corner. Was Soldiers Soul? Alnan Jugalo Muni Dolkam. They saved the party. And they saved our executive members and members of our party from a lot. A lot of Safro Melongo came to social media. They were harsh. They were controversial. They did a lot for the party. They saved the party from a lot of catastrophe. Because of time, the camera mobe mu UDP le tunu. O time, the camera mobe mu yelo tunu. O time man korosiro ke jimale double standard game will play kam kanu. Jimale game will play kam and they are hiding behind the color yellow. The first time I mentioned ko Nyima Bebaro youth movement, Nyima went live and cried like a baby. Akonka accused of Bebaro youth movement. I ain't to mention in a young attack. Why am I attacking an individual or attacking my fellow? When I know that Nyima Baro youth movement, because na conversation also I come on for Kachako, Namu UDP Kuratofra, Nyima Lotal Kachako Nako, Ndelebeja them from Fala Ba Oceanu, Mafra Ba Oceanu, Ba Fusion, Ba Oceanu Dungole, Nyama Ba Oceanu Dungolje. I remember our conversation okono mbaru musodo be me ajagi amanya no to faja mboro do kodenge nyimako mo soto da mel leftaka UDP la political bureau sol be lo ka UDP la political bureau sol be fonis ya proporo samana ya proportional ni samana ba usenu banta e balanta ako ba usenu lam promote bal membe foka ndel ko fo what time we have no clue or idea that it was Abubakar Jawara, but Nyima knows it at that time. Mboro kote ngembe UDP TV&MEDIA nina interview sono many nata interview sono la with men I will tie I call pulka na platform odo mpata ka platform ni register in the Gambia pulka ka media house in the Gambia I kundutan ni wol fanantema in Gambia And when I mentioned that Baro youth movement, I'll not haklo to ado Ibalanta. So at the end of the day, minimally, Alabanda mina fola Malabaya, hi come Baro youth movement, sign begin, because that's the time I stand. About Fola Moleko, force lady my body ballet. About Molin force lady Kodekla. Are you the pink dantan manendi? I demanding crisscross. Balo mol ndena ko be murla because you dip ko lamiti biri na tata ya joko baro la nyimti abe baro le ya aka baro le sebendi ya mutana back to their senses alhamdulillah mbadi ngambe ngol mbadi UDP ngol mbenyi be 50 kam ben naja amanke fan warati amanke ka credit taja, but it's about learning from the past, learning from the past mistakes and move forward. But let's put those past mistakes and past experiences into consideration so that we can get to where we want to get to in 2021. And in Bernoko, where we want to get to. Mbesontenoko UDP is a waiting government. Mbesontenoko UDP is a shadow government. So I'll learn from the past mistakes. Wala sabu nimbe kumodo fola jang namo jani kabi melka fanyoko. Do not talk about your fellow members. Do not talk about this on the platform. Please move on. Mbadi ngambe ngolta move la no ninka nyaka si tilimbayala wala nka tilimbaya sutura, all in the name of what? Peace and unity. Atekela no. For kodo le finde banda solve once and for all. UDP ko boka geda. E pure UDP no boka geda. E pure UDP no boka jusi waita. Mbenyo kelela, mbenyo fala, mbenyo puntum pantana, mbenyo thinking tankala. But at the end of the day, nkana together la kotege na nyo apologize na move. Wada ninti nyarobe kika namendo alna kuntontea tem anyato na solve once and for all and move on. And that's me, and that's exactly what I do. Ni mose nyofa, ni mose nyolkel, but ni UDP nko na drop, nkana la kotege. Let's learn from the past mistakes. Mbadi ngambi nko. Sukuntoli UDP nko. Duwale jabita de sadal men bote mutada ani ala de maro kan suturada jamfa jamal sititanu jamfa balle sititanu dangerous one so le sititanu kabo January 2017 fo dani kata December 2017 fo medana 2018 kono badi ngambe gol jamfa men sitita planon men sitita bina leadership kan namba fo patio kono lemba duwale jabita mo balle duwale jabita ba jam fa balle shidida no dangerous one so but what time we qualified for no. I remember, I'm not taking the credit for it, but what group okone ka from a UDP Youth Action Group, I was the first person that condemns Baro Youth Movement. What time I told me Baro Youth Movement, but what time they came with the idea, Kakafolo member Baro Sembentiala, because the time UDP was kind of far from Baro. UDP masuti Baro lano. Molebe UDP ni Baro temano. Nko UDP le youth group, youth wingo bejede. Ninkafu nko gambeno al left alale. What time from left katara forum kile ngono. Iko I was controversial. Mboka fe fo sanaye mambala. Yembondi wo group okono wonyama. Nte wo group okono I have no idea or clue about that group. Jimale ndundu wo group okono bi amane be balo na kasasise. Wala nte dundu wo group okono. Namfanje group o nyingono. The moment they came with the idea of a youth movement, maybe Gambia, what time we need Max Jones from Bukabe. That was the time that Fatima Jame was elected or nominated or selected as the president of Baro Youth Movement. She's the first president of the Baro Youth Movement. Princess Tima Dabo was the Secretary General. Salim Manjai, I think, was the PRO, and Machida Dabo was the Assistant PRO. Didn't even know that Malbenunje, funding cure. Nimbabukar Bob Keda, Mark Janele Asamana UDP, Mark Janele Asamana Baro Youth Movement. Sanusi Tal, Mark Janele Asamana Baro Youth Movement, Mark Janele Adundi Baro Youth Movement. President Baro from Barin Dingol Biji, Sane Kontong, Nkanyala, Sane Atola, Sane Kontong. Olbe, a mantra political. Kebalam Fofana Yolbe. The first person, many Kodoki Gambia, Pulu Tisado Lesam, and program Kumaza was Mark Janele. The second person was Alkali Mdiba, Abe California, USA. baro youth movement commencé tare itara Gambia itara state house pour que président ya hijackable fo ya toke président ya toke baro youth movement bin solo jannan siso ko si na diamu na fo na faale le nu bara tambitare. But let's learn from those mistakes. Let's learn from those mistakes. Yes, wifey, Amin. Ibe nyari. Mbadi ngolu mbenyu audio player jam. Ale hak to history kacha murundi ko madamandi. But I think it is sometimes necessary. And then the toughest and the most controversial messenger group that I have ever seen myself in, all of the UDP Generation Talk Sole Messenger Group. Many people don't know history be akalamutale. UDP Generation Talk Sole Messenger Group. Nkatara kero lala 1 week. What time Max Jones was a dictator there. Max Jones dictator ya metalal. So be commandro kala jam kodenka one more time na party leader ani Ibrahim Adiba ani momi alon ko executive member solo Malti, and right now Max Jones is reaching out to you guys because he's trying to mend peace, or he's trying to ask for forgiveness and stuff like that. I'll tell you, but please be careful about your conversation with Max Jones. Akamoro record and Max Jones, but I have this feeling that he is on a mission and he is a spy. Max Jones Mankori come on the line from State House or someone from the NPP about the conversation on la moekam. Mbal dal na wala anung ako ani Ibrahim Adiba diamutale ako ani loya dabo diamutale loya dabo ka yam fotay ako atal be kala di meditato bitiu baro andabo. So once again nyin kaja time to time dele be kala sambala nan jende anu abi diala dame wala ni 2021 election o minasila ni mboro re yalla mina fulale bi time o tije ni ko be fana mala jambe ni nal nan tepp ko la. Next time ni narajak nafika ya kata nyamen dadi mbaro youth movement be lola jam fa sidi da damen dadi mbaro youth movement be lola anu be hadim rasul bamba mas mba soto la for another interview again. He will talk about NPP lota nyamen, NPP lota jam fa kulmen kam who brought the idea nana ko muno meta fulala baro ba fasum patiro baro yanda fasum patiro bale ya impose baro ka nyame fara baro sondal and NPP to na ta nyame. Bamba Mas will talk about that. Ndel Tofa, we're not the right person to talk about that unless we are given the permission by Commander Bamba Mas. But baro youth movement na next kaja ko mbo fulale jani ahmed jite role men play je ahmed jite role men play je bil fonding ko ba kacha ka e bem kononu mbad mo. There was a group called the UDP Diaspora Group. No, Astafurai. UDP Coalition 2016, something like that. Coalition 2016. When the idea nada purka baro youth movement law. Come like ibe menke kan Mandim Festival kafola sai. Ibe katara kafo kili wakonole. By member side kili ye façon kafo fana so aside ka mitinol ke. Baro youth movement kara wala nyamano. Ni mitin babe kala kacha be kala mag o time fam be kala mitin jama fam attend. Mag jani na la mol be biziring ko be kala no nyame. O mitin force mitino ame jite nyol katara jere. La min tun kara katara je. That man, what's his name again? Musa Sedika Kataraji and Suntu Ture. So ni kacha baki da fabanda Lamin Tungara Ahmed Gite Musa Sedika Suntu Ture nyol ite kate fasum grupo di da ko nge mitinoke. But like Mark Kasobi Juna and Mark Smarta, Mark tried to be on top of things. Nimma ke Ahmed Gite call Pulana kacha Ahmed Gite ko call for nyame Mark Kasobi akala ko these people are up to something. But the time when Max Fanambo from Mole Bukeje, especially the ones on the ground in the Gambia. I remember I one time called Ne Fatima Jame, Kasobeni. Kuba Bonita La Plasono. I have called Salimanjai. That was my first time to talk to Salimanjai in my life. And I've called Mati Dadabo also. Pulke Sobini no time be carry. because o time on tele diaspora to tata nenje ndela ko mas ka condemn bay tele gambe tele man sonno o time o kele UDP ka yatande molla e to tata la kafuru be UDP jamfala but if I understand kan damen they all resigned honorably. He resigned with the exception of Ansu Singate or Balanta, a Kata resigner. Babkar Bob Keda was a treasurer who Kata resigner. Kebalam Fofana Monsong. And in Sanusita or Monsong. But they Fatima Jame, Princess Tima Dabo, Martina Dabo, Sally Manjai, and in Mushibel Baby, they resigned. Thank you, Mbarindi Binda Sise. It was coalition 2016. Go group of Randuda. So, Bili itel ameji da mul kane fansun ka fodi da Max Jones na mol nata kuma so time wala Max Jones audio be mbulle akabaro yud mo vel konne wado menna atele baro tola manka mankunda la the force ne baro manka mankunda wala lam manka mankunda Max Jones le o title di baro la atele baro kulli wala. So these are interesting things many along ko. Some of us were there and some of you were there. Ali abe kalamutale. Our sister Aminata Ba was in that group. Aba deri na buka dia munu. Bala abo group ko la abe munu to men be kada nyalo group ko na akalamutale. Fatou Signol, Kasanyol, Fatoumata Kantenyol, Nancy Sawnyol, Fa Sawnyol, Alkali Dumbutonyol, Alkali Dibanyol, Bunjata, yeah, Bunjata was in that group and stuff like that. So kuja mata bida koma so jini amra mo mun tolo waldi but be menkela jambadi ngambe nkol yes Absaho Binda Sise is my uncle, so don't worry about that. Why do you want to know how I'm his uncle? So mbadi ngolu anna ñu audio la moja nsinari ngo kacha kono nano ko 2 hours odia tambidal Absaw, I don't know why are you so interested in this. Leave my niece alone, please. Mbadi ngolu. Once again, ala baraka bake, my lovely sisters, Jiki Sani Nyancho, Salimata Dabo, Mbetendula Mbaljaila, Aji Yai Maimuna Njai. Yes, Aminata Bakaji, you can say that again. I know you were there. Hadi Bailoba, and the likes of Binta Sise, Mfango Barindigo, Absaw, Kumbaja Imani Nyol Farsila Sise na Mbari Musikendo Mariama Dabo Seattle Washington Alina brother Jerry Sise Mbafla Baraka Bake Mfangla wonderful wife Emi Drame in Texas Mbita Musikendo Awa and Adama Jame Menbe Houston Texas Alina brother Saji Ture and men come to brother Bunja